What's up, guys? Welcome to the Dynasty Drip live stream tonight. We are going live. We are doing our first ever Dynasty Drip Listener League. We have 10 watchers of the channel, so if you're tuned in and you're also in the draft, we're stoked to have you. We also have Andy here, because if we're doing a first inaugural, I gotta have my Flex Friday brother. Andy, thanks for hopping in the league. Thanks for being here. What could be a long night, potentially.
Well, it's going to be a haul. It's a 30-round startup, 2-minute clock. That's a marathon. That's a marathon.
It really is. It really is. And I've been trying to go back and forth with the guys in the league. I'm just like, hey, guys, it might not be that bad. Like, just because you have 2 minutes doesn't mean you have to take 2 minutes. But then the flip side of that is also like, dude, if you want to take 2 minutes, it's the clock.
If we're up here until 6 a.m, then we might be here till 6 a.m. if everybody takes their 2 minutes. And at that point, there could be some strategy to that, a little war of attrition where 1 in the morning comes around, 2 in the morning comes around. But no, my guess is I would set the over under at 3 hours and 15 minutes.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think like 3 hours is the number I've had in my head where I just think I'm not too slow of a drafter, but I also don't want to pressure people to have to pick. And I respect, dude, if you have the clock, and this might be, just for anyone, it's like, if you have a clock, feel free to use it. You don't have to pressure your own self.
I don't know. For me, it's some picks are going to go like that. It's, oh, my guy's there, I got him. And some picks, it's like, well, everybody I was hoping just got sniped 3 picks before me, and now I've got to tilt and pivot and make a decision, and that might take a minute and 50 seconds to really figure out. Do some quick number crunch and beat this.
Oh yeah, I've got. I'm gonna have to be multitasking like a king here. I got the stream up, got the draft board. So if you guys see me on my phone, it's because I don't want to give away who I have queued. Although to be 100% honest, I've been telling the guys in the league, because they're listeners, right? So if you guys are watching, you're not a normal subscriber. A lot of these guys are guys that have been commenting for a year since the channel started or whatever. And I am terrified of getting sniped. I think I might lose my mind tonight.
It's going to happen.
But I think you'll appreciate this, Andy. Just before the draft, I told everyone that I actually had a strategy. What I did is, over the past 2 years since I started my YouTube channel, I've made 100 videos giving terrible advice, all to win it with a $15 listener league. All of this is the climax.
What a long time.
This is the climax of my strategy. And the thing is, we'll see if it's going to pay off. But it's very interesting. We got T-minus about 1 to 2 minutes, and I'm going to let this baby rip. We got a 7 p.m. Central draft time. We got some boys. We got Thomas in here. Thomas is in the draft. We are stoked to have everyone here. I told everyone, feel free to drop some comments, talk some trash about your league mates. If you think they're drafting terribly, if you think they're drafting well. And the only one thing I'm also going to go over before we hit this draft up. Number 1, it's going to be Superflex tight end premium. Number 2, 3rd round reversal. Number 3, yes, I have first pick. I did not cheat. Just because I have
Totally did.
Did a Madden simulation to determine the draft order for this league. Everyone picked a team. We did a fantasy draft, and then we just went in order of who got best record and down. And I am happy to say that Nelson Aguilar was the MVP of my team, and that is why I have first pick. But without further ado, man, it's 7 o'clock. I'm hitting start.
Let's go.
I got to mute sounds immediately. I don't want.
Be a lot of digs from my end.
The listeners. Yeah. See, Bri guy's all over it. He's like, I'll mute once it turns back to this. I snipe it because I'm listening. He knows what's up.
I'm gonna do my best to not give anything away. My super secret strategy.
This is already Tom.
Quickly searching.
Have to do the draft on my phone, dude. I think.
I've got to quickly search which team Nelson Aguilar is on right now.
Dude, I had him queued up. I have him queued up in case I go to the bathroom, just so he gets onto the squad.
Unsigned.
But yeah, I mean, while we're, now that the draft has started, I had 1-1. I ended up going Jaden Daniels. To be honest, I think I could do 100 drafts and get freaking 33 people every time. I think I would choose Daniels, Allen, Lamar. I don't really think there's a wrong answer there. I think I went Daniels because I like the youth, and I just think Daniels is a stud, man. Like, to be honest, I think he's a stud, and I want to get a share. I only have one share of Daniels. I'd love to get a second. I don't know. What would you have done if you had one? So for you guys watching, Andy is Nasty Canasta, and he's at pick 3. So he had the GOAT pick, in my opinion, for a super flex start.
Oh, it made it so easy because I knew I was going one of those 3 guys, and so I didn't have to make any decision. Yeah, one, I mean, I don't think you can go wrong with any of those guys. I think they all have so much upside. Obviously, Allen and Lamar a little bit more in their prime right now, but I mean, Daniel was great for fantasy last year, and I think he's only going to get better. You could say potentially a little riskier. If you go back last year where CJ Stroud was going in startup drafts was way early in the first. So now you're looking, he's down more in the early 4th, late 3rd round. So, that can happen, but also Daniels being a rushing threat, which CJ Stroud really wasn't that much of. I think his ceiling is, the QB1 overall.
That really was, I mean, honestly, that was the one thing in the back of my head where it's like, if we hadn't just had this CJ Stroud thing happen, I think you would have been like, yeah, Wolf Doctor's all over it, dude. I was lying, dude. I didn't take Nelson Aguilar, but
I'm grabbing him in the second. Don't worry.
I was going to say, dude, also like round 30, we'll see. Nelson Aguilar may find his way onto the squad later in the draft. But yeah, I'm with you, man. It was like the CJ Stroud thing is what was kind of scaring me a little about Daniels. But in the end, I just think the thing is like, I think he showed a lot as a passer, but he also has that rushing ability. So he has a safer floor than a CJ Stroud has where, I mean, I love CJ Stroud, and I actually just talked about him in my video on Monday, where it's like, I actually think CJ Stroud might be someone I'm okay kind of seeing what his price is and selling, just because like, I think he's a great QB2 for your dynasty team. I think if he was my QB1, I may look for someone with a little more upside, because I'm just a little concerned that he's going to be just like QB12 every year, and that's fine. But I don't know.
It's solid.
I don't know. But let's see. I mean, going on the draft here, Daniels, Allen, Jackson, Chase. I think Chase, I mean, a year ago he wasn't going 1-4, but dude, Chase has just flown up the ranks. Bijan at 1-6. Do you like that?
I mean, I don't mind
Dirty
it.
Bird. Could be a Falcons. He's probably a Falcons fan.
You can take somebody you wanna root for, and I mean, I've got him as my RB1, so he's not going to be there at 2.7, and I think he's in that range. And with the extra 2 flex spots, you can potentially have a roster with 4 running backs. So that also kind of makes it interesting with a 3 wide receiver, 2 flex spots, where it is a super flex, but do quarterbacks have the exact same value in a traditional super flex with these extra flex spots? So
yeah, and like you said, I mean, so you could play 4 running backs. Like, I mean, if you wanted to, you could play up to 4 running backs. I love that value on Joe Burrow, though, man. 1.9.
It's not bad.
That's spicy, dude.
And also, in response to the collusion comment, there was no one I want to beat more at fantasy football than Sam. No one in the whole world. Nothing brings me greater joy than at the end of Monday night, just triple checking that score and going, oh, fucking gotcha.
Maybe he was referring to me saying I was going to take Nelson Aguilar. But we were joking that it's like, dude, maybe I should have just taken Nelson Aguilar, because that YouTube series like writes itself. Like, I can literally see the title. I took Nelson Aguilar. I took Nelson Aguilar at 1-1 in a startup draft. Here's how I responded. Like, Here's how I went from there to win 5 years later. Here's what I did in the next 5 years to finally return to the top. Do you want to know what I love though, man? And this, look at all that green on that draft board. Every person green by their name. How many home leagues can you say that? How many home leagues are you sitting there and you're calling someone and you're like, I really hope this dude, he said he was going to be here.
Every single time, 2 minutes before the draft starts, I'm sending out a group text with about 3 people's names. I'm making phone calls, and the draft starts about 10 minutes late. So
this is actually, here's a good one. I like Bry Guy. So Bry Guy is in the draft as well. Bry Guy up here at pick 2. He's probably like, dude, why are we doing third round reversal? I have pick 2. I would have loved to pick again at 3-2. I'm with you at 1-1, and we chose this before we did the picks. Basically, I just think it creates a fairer draft. To me, I think if you don't do third round reversal, I think giving someone a Daniels, Allen, or Lamar, and then getting to come back around and get 2-11 and 3-2, 2-12 and 3-1, it's a lot. And I think just because you have an early pick, and this is in redraft too, this is in Dynasty, wherever, like, there's no guarantees. But over a large sample of size, they've done a lot of studies on like best ball drafts and stuff where it's like the higher your pick, you do actually technically have a higher chance to win. So like, it's just trying to even it out. And I really think that this creates a very interesting thing too, to be like 112. When you get that 3-1, because you get to go 1-12, 2-1, and then 3-1.
Yeah.
Like, and also I will say, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Andy.
I was just going to say, like, with the third round reversal, like, without it, you want to be at the front of the draft so bad. But, like, so when we randomized the order, if I was sitting at, 111, 110, like, I would be very happy with that spot, too, because I know I'm getting a good pick in the third round to balance it out. And I'm still happy with 1-3. Like, I love that.
Yeah, like, who's going to complain? I'm not going to, neither of us is like, I had to take Jaden Daniels, dude. Dang.
Rats.
Dang, man. But I think it's curious. Like, I think the way drafts are kind of playing out this offseason, when you get these late picks, and because we're doing third round reversal, like, I'm curious to see how these teams are going to go. Is like, really the game you play in a Dynasty Superflex startup is like, where are these QBs going, and which teams don't go quarterback at all? Which teams go player? And I have seen in the startups I've been doing this offseason, I've seen a lot of guys at this turn go player, unless someone takes like Mahomes, just because I do think there's a
This is a nice tier of players right there.
There's a perceived quarterback drop-off. It doesn't mean it's real, but there is a perceived drop-off.
Yeah, but I definitely wouldn't be upset if I started Bowers, Puka, and then, maybe look to take a quarterback at 3-1.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that's the logic.
I didn't want a super high-end wide receiver with all our flex spots, so I think there's a lot of ways with the format, with the extra roster spots, that as long as you're drafting good players, you can build a good team.
Yes, for sure.
But just make sure it's the good ones, not the bad ones. That's my advice for today. Ooh, what you got? Somebody in your queue there? Let me see that queue.
No, I don't have anyone.
Oh, okay.
Which I did on purpose in case I brought this up, that I did not want to see. Actually, scratch that. We're gonna put Nelson Aguilar down here. See, dude, if I get sniped from the 1077 player, it would be absolutely crazy.
I mean, 29-10, dude.
Mahomes is a very interesting player in startups. Like, this is the first year Mahomes isn't like a consensus first round pick.
Or a consensus top 3 pick almost, even.
Yeah.
We're now at the end of the first. I mean, he definitely still has it in him to have great seasons. So I wouldn't hate on taking him, but there's also lots of good wideouts there. couple of good running backs.
Brian Thomas goes. Puka. I mean, Puka's flown up boards this year, like this offseason. It's great. Amon-Ra. Puka and Thomas over Amon-Ra.
That is a little surprising. I think I have Amon-Ra above those guys personally, but
I do.
They're very close, though. They're all close. And they're a little younger. I mean, Amon-Ra's still in 25, but
I really do just think I think the Ben Johnson leaving like opened up this like tiny little crack.
Yeah.
Like a small little crack in Amon-Ra that I'm not saying it's justified, but I think that is why. I think that's why it's happened. I don't think it's necessarily correct. Because like I'm with you. I still personally would take him a little higher, but.
And part of it too, looking at last year's stats, like that's projection. Where can I see 2024? Why am I just getting all those projections for? Oh no, never mind. Projection fantasy.
I mean, he balled out last year.
He had a great year, yeah. A couple of massive games, but he is very consistent. Only a couple low games, yeah.
Devin was the guy. He's like, dude, 2 minutes is so fast, man. I'm gonna freak out. He's like, and I'm like, Devin.
Is the tilt happening or is the 10-second trade happening?
Yeah, I don't know. Amon-Ra. Guy wasn't kidding. Dirty Bird in the chat. Guy wasn't kidding. I get it. I think people are like a little. I understand. Like I don't think 2 minutes is that like fast, because for me it's like, dude, I've done like 100 mocks in the last year. Like I play in a couple leagues. I make videos on this every week. Like I don't even have guys in my queue. I'm doing this no queue. Like I would totally have guys in my queue if I was doing this like on my own.
You're brave man.
Burrow Genty, that's a fun start. That's a start you can't plan for. Out of the 9, Burrow Genty. Yeah. Like that's just like a crazy. Yeah, I agree, Frank. That's kind of how I meant. It's like, like if you're paying attention to the board, if you're planning ahead, if you've done a couple mock drafts, it's like, okay, like, I mean, I know who I'm kind of eyeing up. I'm between 4 to 5 people at the 212 unless someone slips to me. So I'm not really like going that crazy. Who are we looking at? I mean, yeah, this is what I'm saying, dude. A lot of position players go here, but they get that 3rd round reversal. So I would be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
Back around in that 3rd round, I'm sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see some of these guys go at like in between 3-1 and 3-7, because if not, you're giving a chance for all of these early teams to have either their 3rd or 4th round pick and go quarterback.
Yeah.
You're getting 2 picks. And that's actually the one thing I don't totally hate about being early in the draft and still having like this first pick is like, yeah, you don't get 3-1, but that 3-12, 4-1 turns pretty good value still. Like,
there's a lot of guys that I like there.
Like I've,
made a little note with some targets that I'm trying to go for, and we'll see if they're there or not, but yeah,
dude, I think Thomas, dude, I think it's a good pick, dude. We're in a tight end premium league. We're doing, for those of you guys watching, we're doing half point PPR, half point first down, rushing or receiving. And then we have a half point tight end multiplier, or not multiplier, but in addition. So, I mean, a tight end catch is worth literally double what any other player's catch would be worth. So those tight ends are valuable.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, cool. It is working. So I have this, there's this feature where you can have the comments show on the stream. So they're like showing up in the bottom right corner. I kind of like that.
Oh, nice.
Like you can still put them so they're bigger, but I kind of like that you can do this. Like it's a little more like Twitch. If anyone watches like Twitch ever, that's kind of how a lot of streamers do it.
Ooh, I had
was a quick dude. This dude was like, if Mahomes is there, he was all over it.
I was really hoping that Nico or Mahomes was gonna make it to me. Obviously, that didn't. Oh man, all right. Well, we're already pivoting a little bit. We're already pivoting. Yeah. Those are the three guys I really, really wanted. Alrighty. What are we gonna do here?
I'm curious what you're gonna do here, because like.
For me, it's.
Do you want to know why I'm curious?
Guys.
I think you might take one of these guys over someone if you only had one league, but it's possible you have these guys all in the same tier and you don't own one of them. But you do own it. Actually, no, you do have Harrison, don't you? In one of our leagues.
Do, and that's who I'm going with here.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about for some reason I wasn't thinking about the oldest league we have. I was only thinking about like.
We'll see. You know, start a little risky. You know, I think I would have definitely preferred Collins as my wide receiver one.
Yeah, I mean, Collins was my dream at 212. I was like, it's not gonna happen.
Not getting 212. Yeah,
like he was the dream.
So he would go to me at 210 if he was there. But then there's some quarterbacks here I still really like. I thought about doubling up on quarterback too.
I know, dude. I love
when Collins and McBride were gone, it was. But I think with the three wide out, I want to at least get somebody I can stake some featuring.
I agree.
And now we play the waiting game yet again.
Oops, my turn to pick. Lab McConkey goes. I mean, I don't know you, but basically what I was just saying is I think right here, this 210, 211, 212, I think there was a three-player tier, and I was just going to take one of these three players.
Yeah.
Right? I'm sure that's probably who you were deciding between, unless you have Harrison just like so clearly above everyone.
I made a little list of some guys I was targeting, and my list for round 2 was Nico Collins, Trey McBride, Marvin Harrison, JSN, Lad McConkey. So
yep, exactly. Yep.
Obviously, if somebody else were accessing stuff, then I would jump on them. But like, here's the 5 guys.
In most of my mocks that I've been doing, I've been getting one of those 3 wide receivers, and I'm fine with it at the moment. And as of now, I think this is why I went Daniels, is like I'm still young, and that's what I like to do in startups. It's like I don't have to go young, and I don't have to go like super young where it's like, dude, I'm building for 5 years from now. But what I want to make sure that I get probably like 3 to 5 players that's a good core before I start being like, okay, now I'm looking at Derrick Henry. Now I'm like, I want to be a little careful to make sure I at least have a core to fall back on.
Yeah.
But it's tough. It's tough. That's why startups are fun. That's why they're hard. Yeah, Braga, I'm with you, dude. I would have taken Lad over JSN, but it's so tight. It's like literally, it's a coin toss. I think you could argue. For me, what breaks the tie between Lad and JSN is that I just think Herbert is an amazing quarterback, and I think Sam Darnold
is a quarterback.
Right? And Sam Darnold is their quarterback.
He is a quarterback in the NFL.
Caleb Williams goes. Bo Nix, Caleb Williams. What I need.
I like this kind of relaxing, relaxing music we got. I feel like it's
I know.
Keep me at ease. Keep the stress from building up.
I got to make my own lo-fi music. That's what I got to do.
Yeah.
So just like randomly in the lo-fi, it's all of a sudden just my voice.
Dynasty drip. Yeah.
Dynasty.
We're drifting. It's Dynasty.
It's just, yeah. I wish there was like an echo effect on here I could use. That'd be awesome.
I'm sure you play around with it here somehow.
I'm curious if there is, because I've never actually played around with the audio much, but I don't think there is. But I'm sure you could get like a plugin. I'm sure there's like a plugin you could send your mic through, like before it gets to like outputs.
Maybe my Christmas gift to you this year, I will figure out how to make your voice echo.
Yeah, make it like sound like an announcer or like a plane, like a pilot.
You just gotta kind of gargle.
Herbie.
That's real good value on Justin Herbert there.
I'm completely comfortable taking Herbert like where Mahomes went, if I had to, if I wanted to. I wouldn't have batted an eye.
Yeah. For me, I was thinking about him at 210 there, but I wanted to grab a wideout. And like we said, here comes that quarterback run.
Yeah. It's 4 QBs. Yeah, like that's good value though. I mean, because you get the good positional players.
Oh yeah, I'm very comfortable with Justin Herbert as my quarterback one. With those guys.
Yeah, I like. So I have. If you guys can't tell, I have the chat.
Yeah, I might be with Caleb Williams too, but the cheese head on my wall. But I think he'll be good. What were you saying?
Everyone's so concerned about how long the draft will take. It's like, dude, it's fun.
And it should speed up a little bit too.
Well, and also like the thing is like it's as fast as everyone wants to make it. Here's the thing. You can pick faster. If you're in a rush, like I'm not saying anyone's picking too slow. I'm chilling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I knew what I was getting myself into. I'm locked in.
Yeah, I mean, dude,
you got my queue set up to make my decisions easy. Instead of choosing between the whole board, I'm just looking at a couple of players.
I just only set guys that have DB eligibility into my queue.
Any concern about CJ? Mine was bad and got worse.
Like
I guess I like him long term.
Yeah, I mean, my concern is
this year
he
might
can be a top quarterback.
Yeah,
I think that would be my concern. I'm not concerned that he's a really good player, though.
Yeah,
I'm concerned that they might just run the ball a little bit. They might.
In a dynasty startup, I'm very comfortable taking him either as my QB2 or if I waited as a quarterback 1.
I would not be concerned taking him in round 3.
Yeah,
I think my concern would be as if you're reaching.
And he's definitely on my short list right here, but I'm going to go ahead and grab somebody I don't have in any league and get a little positional advantage.
Bry Guy, I appreciate you, Bry Guy. I'm with you, man. I'm happy to be here. Yeah. I'm sitting here. I'm the one on camera, dude. At some point, I'm gonna have to go pee. What are we gonna do then? I might just let you guys. Might just go get my cat, put the cat in the chair.
I think I'll just stay. I won't say a word when you go to the bathroom either.
Do you remember the Bill Belichick dog thing from like the COVID draft?
Oh yeah.
Where like his dog was in the chair or some shit. I forget exactly what it was. This is gonna test me, dude. Bry Guy, can you do me a favor and just? I wanted you to take Garrett Wilson. I don't want to take Garrett. I feel like I have to take Garrett Wilson, and I do not want to take Garrett Wilson. Okay, I'm using my clock here, guys.
Uh-oh.
Got to pull the rankies up.
Uh-oh.
Pull my rankies up. I usually can go pretty off memory, but I got to really think this one through. You guys can see me on the clock. I mean, here's the thing. I'm very between. See, but I also do go here. I just do not like Garrett Wilson.
He seems like a nice guy.
I'm going with my gut here. Just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, dude. I couldn't take him. I couldn't do it. I think he's a great pick now.
Yeah.
He's a great pick now. I have him in this tier. I just have him after those guys, I think.
I think I'm contractually obligated to make this pick.
Jordan Love. I like it. I like it. Walk us through Laporta, Andy. Was it the tight end premium? Was it you don't have him, so you want to share?
It's a little bit of both.
I'm not saying it's a bad pick. I think
I definitely don't have him in any leagues and want to get a little bit of a piece of him to enjoy what that feels like. But I mean, in a tight end premium, especially because there's could be more value in this format where it's half point PPR and then a full point for tight ends versus the full point PPR 1.5 for tight end.
It is.
I want somebody where I don't have to think about the position. I can just focus. Now I got my quarterbacks, I got my tight end. The rest of my draft is pretty much going to be all running backs and wide receivers. It makes it easy. I've simplified it for myself. Which is a bummer because I have a lot of my targets in later rounds are tight ends because I do love a lot of other tight ends.
But you can flex the tight end in a tight end premium league. That's the thing.
True. Let's see. Who do we have going into the next round?
You'll kind of just keep this. I think this is good. I think if you're watching, if you guys want the board full screen and you're watching and you're not in the draft, let me know. But I also kind of I know when I watch startup videos, sometimes I actually kind of like to see who's on the board too. Sometimes it can be kind of nice to see some of the players who actually are on the board. I mean, here's the thing. This is great value for Garrett Wilson. I just personally have him ranked after those guys, and I do think I'm low on him. So it's not that I don't understand it. I'm just a little concerned. I'm a little concerned.
You're allowed to be out on a player. I think Garrett Wilson is going to be solid for fantasy. I think he's a good player. The quarterback situation is a little tough.
Baker. I love that start from Sleepy, dude. Lamb, London, Brown.
That is a nasty wide receiver core. And you know how much I love Baker Mayfield, too. So there are teams that are standing out as teams that I don't like right now.
Probably Nasty Canasta's team is the worst. Probably his. He would be the one guy I think I might stake a claim.
But the nastiest.
Yeah, dude. Frank, man, I was eyeing Rice at this turn. When I got this pick and I started doing mocks and he was kind of sitting there and I wasn't even having to reach on him. I was just like, this just seems like where I would like to take Rashee Rice.
He was on my list for the 4th. So if you didn't take him.
Yeah.
Well, with Jordan Love there, it's always tough.
I was kind of hoping to get like Tet Rice, Hunter Rice, Tet Hunter. I think I like that tier. And what I like specifically, I'm kind of going to delay some of my thoughts, advice until after the picks happen. But now that Tet, Hunter, and Rice have gone, I can talk about them. What I like about Tet, Hunter, and Rice at this part of the draft compared to a Garrett Wilson is I think we've seen enough from Garrett Wilson that, let's say he finishes as like a good wide receiver, I don't really know how much higher he can go in the ranks. Because I think in our mind, we're going to be comparing him to what we've already seen.
Yeah.
And even though like he could have a good season with Justin Fields, like no one's like, dude, Justin Fields is a top 6 passer in the league. Like you got to pencil Garrett Wilson in for a top 5 guy where, of course, there's risk involved. But I think with guys like Rice, McMillan, and Hunter, they have a lot of upward mobility, I think, in the Dynasty startup drafts, where it would not surprise me if a good season from Rice, Hunter, or Tet finds them going where Nico and Drake London are going. If they have a good year. It doesn't mean they're going to. Like, that's the part. I mean, that's the catch, right?
Yeah.
Which there's no guarantee.
They could easily be going in the 7th or 8th next year versus the 3rd, but it will be easier for them.
I mean, they would have to be like Quentin Johnson bad, I think, to fall that low, but
yeah.
They're just going to have the hype is the thing. Like, they're still going to have enough hype that I don't really know how far. But, you know, Quentin Johnson is, I think, the one you'd worry about. Not Nelson Eckler. Jalen Reagor.
Oh, yeah.
Jalen Reagor it up.
Oof. Like Kittle.
Yeah, so let's see. So here's the roster. I mean, for you guys seeing, I'll try to briefly pull it up while we're waiting for Z-Shep. This is the starting lineup right here. We got QB, double running back, 3 wide out, tight end, double flex, super flex. So if I wanted to, I could take 4 tight ends with my next 4 picks and start all 4 of them. That's what I'm eyeing.
That is a strategy.
How Breece Hall has fallen. Not like actually fallen, but just like in value. He could easily return.
Yeah.
Maz probably, dude, Thomas just pissed probably the next like 9 players off by taking both of those running backs. I guarantee you everyone in the next 10 picks thought they were going to get Henderson or Judkins, and now they're both gone.
Yeah, Henderson was on my list for 4-3 as well, depending on how the team was shaking out.
You love that stack, Thomas? You mean stacking the running backs? I'm assuming that's what he means. Just getting both rookies. I mean, they have good value, man. And that's the thing is like rookies they're an interesting game in a startup because like if they hit, they have so much upwards mobility into the ranks where it's like, you know, if you see enough from Henderson or Judkins, they're going to be going before Taylor next year. Like,
for sure.
Like they just will be. They're going to like, but they bring that risk where it's like, if they don't hit, then all of a sudden you could have played it safe and like, a T. Higgins like is probably going to be going in like the 4th or the 5th next year.
But the nice thing about taking 2 of them is I would be really surprised if at least one of them doesn't hit and move up in value. Yeah. I would be very shocked if it's like both those guys turn out to be more bust. I think they're both going to be good, and for sure at least one of those. And then it's just worth the value itself. I think even if one of them, you know, turns into an H-An or, somebody in that range, then it's 100% worth the picks.
I was curious to see where McCarthy was going to go.
There's some of these vets I'm eager to see where they go. The Derrick Henrys, the Tyreek Hills, the Devontae Adams, Christian McCaffrey especially.
Yeah. It kind of is like in a way where the draft starts. Like not necessarily, but it kind of is. It's like, like to this point, it's like, let's be completely honest. Like I would have been pretty fine having almost every single player on the draft board on my team.
Oh yeah.
You're telling
this is
like
the easiest part of the draft where it's everybody's pretty good. You're just deciding what player you want.
Yeah, it's like yes, I like my roster. I picked these guys on purpose. But if you told me I had Jaden Daniels, JSN, AJ Brown, and T Higgins, I'd be like, yeah, pretty happy with that. Fine with that. Yeah. No qualms there. Yeah. So this is the interesting one is I think as of now, the two teams I'm curious, but then Zach followed it up with Hampton. So that's interesting. Because what I was going to say is really two of the only players at the moment that you could potentially claim are more of a contender player or Barkley and Kittle, I guess.
Yeah.
I think you could also argue that certain running backs just tend to be where it's like, like with a Kyron and like a Brees and even like a Bijan, it's like, are you really going to take Bijan to not try and win? Here we go. See, Devin's going, dude.
Hey, CMC.
But the thing about Barkley is like he still has like 3 years. So it doesn't really matter. I personally think I'm not putting Barkley in that category, but I do think he's like, if you have Barkley, you should try to win. Like there's no reason to rebuild with Saquon Barkley.
I think
some people draft rebuilding teams. So
I think in any startup, if you're taking a running back with one of your first 2 picks, then you're probably at least to some extent going to be going for it that year because you have a top 5 running back in the league.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree.
Whereas I'm sitting here.
Yeah, as I'm sitting here with no running back.
We'll see what happens.
As I'm sitting here just trying to be sneaky, being like, I'm gonna queue up Derrick Henry and Ooh, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take the old D Henry at 5'4", dude.
I was convinced, though, a couple of years ago that Derrick Henry, when he turned 28, was like, I don't think he's going to be good anymore. I think he's going to fall off. And that man is just an absolute super freak. So I would not be surprised if he's putting up low-end RB2 numbers 20 years from now. He shares a backfield.
He's a crazy, like, enigma, man. Like, I sold Derrick Henry from a contending team like 4 years ago, and then I bought him last year onto a contending team. Like, and here's the thing. Even now, I'm just like, you know what? I think I got like maybe 2 to 3 more years of Henry. And I'm not even like
Frank Gore.
Like, I don't even think that's like hyperbole. Like, I legitimately think I might get 3 more seasons out of Derrick.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting here hoping. Yesterday we had this super big storm that was like for anyone that's ever been to Texas, we get these things where like it'll storm like crazy hard for like an hour and then it just looks like a beautiful day after that. And we had this crazy hard storm yesterday and my power went out. And I'm just sitting here today being like, dude, please don't have my power go out. It's just gonna be you sitting on the screen just like staring, just like blankly. Because I don't think it would kick you off. I don't fully know how the system goes. My guess is it would probably just kick me and the stream would hold just with you on it. And then I probably could.
Well, you could like FaceTime and I'll just like hold your face up to the camera.
I mean, I would just do the draft from my phone. It would just be depressing.
Yeah.
If anyone's tuned in that is not in the draft.
What's up? What's up?
Speak up. Appreciate you watching. To be honest, I streamed the draft because I've watched some other like live streams of draft, and honestly, they're pretty fun to watch. because you can do 1,000,000 mocks and a real draft is more worth than any of them because you need the real people. Kyle, there we go, Kyle. Appreciate you, man. Penix goes soon. I'll put that up because I didn't fully know if you were a drafter because, as you can tell, some of these, like, this dude's name is Sleepy. We know it's not his first name. His first name is not Sleepy. And if it is, dude, Sleepy, that's a sick-ass name. Kyle thinks Penix. I mean, yeah, it's getting to that thing where some of these players are going to go. Kyle, you should be in the draft, man. We'll throw you in as a co-owner, buddy. We'll put you on Andy's team. You can have his next pick.
Yeah. Who you thinking?
Appreciate it, Kyle.
Hell yeah.
You're sleepy. Okay, Wolf Doctor. That makes sense, dude. That makes sense. Because you never know with people's sleeper names. Like sometimes they are like, you can tell. Like mine's just partly my last name. So like it's not that far off. And then if anyone gets the reference, I can't give you anything, but besides Andy, if anyone understands the reference of my photo, I'll give you a thumbs up. Andy is Canasta, Kyle. So yeah, Andy is
my original
on
name.
The channel.
Usually go
his actual. So Andy's a nickname. His actual name is first name Nasty, last name Canasta.
Man, what to do
Were
here?
Those two players you had queued?
They both were, and now I'm at this point where I don't know if I can go full Packer mode. My heart wants to, but I don't know if that's the right play.
Do you see the salt? This is an awesome. Read this comment, dude. I love, to be honest, Wolf Doctor. I love a little pettiness, so I really respect that.
Let's see. I'm gonna go a little risky. Get the. I'm gonna go the old man rookie.
The old rookie.
The old rookie.
Oh, I'm up, dude. This is the multitasking is catching up to me here, dude.
Don't leave me, Josh Jacobs. I'll be 2. I'll have to take him. And I know he's not what my team needs, but I think he will be really good this year.
I was really hoping JJ McCarthy would be here. I didn't necessarily think he would be, but I felt there was a chance he could have been.
I mean, I think for this late in the draft, there's some quarterbacks I'm still liking.
I know. I'm definitely going, like, I know what my other pick is going to be. I'm just trying to decide which quarterback I want here. I feel like this is the in-between pick, and I think this is the safe one. And then I'm taking my boy, dude. If you guys ever watch the channel, dude, I think TJ Hawkinson is very underrated, and I think people think he's like ancient. It's like, dude, he's like 27 or 28, and he's going to be like a year and a half removed. Kyle, is this? No. So what this is, Kyle, and also, dude, thank you for tuning in. This is the first ever listener draft for my YouTube channel. So I put together a group of all listeners of the channel, and these are all people that have been tuning into the channel since I started it, and we put together a group, and this is the first ever listener league. So I'm in this one, and then Andy, who is a contributor to the channel, is in this league as well. But as we grow, man, as the channel gets bigger, if you want to join the Discord, Kyle, as well, then you can talk to all of us. The link would be on some of the other videos, or I can post the link as well. But I would love to start some other leagues that are not, they don't have to include me and Andy. It's just a way to connect and find people who want to start a league up. I think in general, that's the home team, the whole idea. Is Kyle just baiting you to draft Packers, Andy? Is that? I think he's just baiting you. Every time I see a comment, he's just like, "Do it." He's like, "Do it." He's like, "Go back." Do you see these comments? This cracking
That's right. What's up?
Do it, Andy. Go back, go. Do it now. Next. Don't worry, man. I'm sure he's got Dontavian Wicks in the queue. He'll land.
I have every single Packers wide receiver in the queue at some point.
You just keep him in the queue, so if at any point you leave, at least you get one.
Exactly. There you go. And I think is really nice value on Jacobs. I mean, he looked like a monster last year.
No, I mean, I was very torn. Yeah, I get you, Kyle. I do. The only leagues I've ever done with people I am not like friends with the exception of this one, are I've done them through safe leagues. So I haven't done one on Apex though. What did you do last year, Andy? You did FFPC, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's another one that's well known. Like you're not going to get screwed over. I was very torn. I part of me wanted to go running back, but then part of me, like, I wanted to make sure. I think when I went triple wideout, I think I kind of pinned myself that I didn't want to miss out on a QB for sure. And then I also value having what I view as a top 5 tight end, or top 4, top 5 tight end in TJ Hawkinson in a tight end premium.
Yeah.
So, I personally have TJ Hawkinson as my dynasty tight end 4, but I'm going to call him and Kittle 4A and 4B, because I think in a world, I totally understand how Kittle makes sense if you're trying to win, and I would have him over Hawkinson. Like, yeah, I'm not to the point where I have the rookies over Hawk, but I could just be, maybe I'm just not a believer. And I think, I mean, that could totally.
Well, Hawk's already proven himself a little bit, and there's always a little extra risk with rookies. But yeah, like you said, it very well could change. A little quick mid-draft research here. Super exciting stuff to watch. There we go.
Kyle, if you are still in here, Kyle, I'm going to drop the Discord link. You're welcome to join, but also no pressure. But if you ever want to chat with me or any of the dudes in the league, you're welcome. But oh, that's sick, Kyle. Titans Raiders in Vegas. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, dude, I'm a Titans fan, Kyle. That's so sweet. Oh, I'm jealous. I got to go to a game this year, dude. I got to go to a game. Me too, Kyle. So what are your thoughts, Kyle, on their draft? Like, are you a Ward believer? Do you like any of the other guys? Do you like what they've done this offseason? I'm just going to live this trip through, Kyle. I'm staying for a week, which I may die. Well, if you end up getting, like, kidnapped or something, Kyle, and you can sneak away just to be like, I just need to watch a YouTube video. Comment. We'll come get you. We'll come get you style.
A pending trade.
Yeah, I'm going to push that through right now. Process trade. So you did make the trade. Is
I
that
did
what
make
you're talking about?
Yeah. It was depending on how the draft shaped up. You know, if I was more of a full-on contender, which I like my team, I think I was going to keep the pick because I think there's some guys I was targeting there. Some elder statesmen who could put up a lot of points, but where it's going, I think I'll take the future value and see what we can get at the 8-3.
I mean, I think there's going to be. I get both sides. I think there's going to be some pretty good players at 8-3.
Oh, there definitely will be. There definitely will be.
Makes sense too. I mean, if I would have picked I think with Devin's build, makes a lot of sense.
Oh yeah.
You get Kittle and CMC.
If you got Kittle and CMC, you're gonna wanna add guys to compete this year.
Yeah, I'm with you, Kyle. I like the Cam Ward pick, dude. I really do. I mean, football wise, we'll see. I think he has the tools. I think he could be good. What I like about Cam Ward is everything everyone said about him. He seems like a really down to earth guy. He's not very cocky, hard worker. I love that he basically went from like a 0-star recruit to like the number 1 pick. I think that shows just a lot of like. I mean, I don't want to say like character and make it like really broad, but like I do think that kind of stuff is an intangible thing that matters.
It shows grit and a willingness to put in some work and believe in yourself.
Also, yeah, dude, screw John Robinson, man. Trading away AJ Brown. Make a grown man cry out here, dude. Can't be.
But at least you got Treylon Burks, you know? You got the best gunner in the league, dude.
At least we got
best
Treylon
gunner
Burks,
in the
dude.
league. Great hands on your gunner.
At least we got Treylon Burks, dude. Who I will say, and maybe this made it all worth it, dude. I was playing someone in like the 2029 season of my Madden franchise. Treylon Burks was a star.
He's gonna be one of those seventh year breakout guys, like a Devontae Parker.
If I'm gonna do that, I love, dude. Nothing is better than being like 4 years into a Madden franchise and you're just like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, why the hell is like blank an X Factor player? This is crazy. You're like, There is no reason.
Doesn't always
make
no
reason. And it's usually like a wide receiver or something, I feel like it's some like random wide receiver where you're just like, there is literally zero world that 4 years from now, Troy Franklin's going to be an X Factor wide receiver.
Yeah.
Like, it's not going to happen. Dalton Kincaid, 7-2. You love to see it, dude. Okay, let's start looking at some of these.
Yeah, I'm feeling so. There's a couple players I was really thinking about there at 6'3" that are still on the board.
That's why I was saying you're 7-10. I think there's going to be some guys there that, not that it's a bad trade, but it's like you're going to get value there. For sure.
Well, yeah.
Chuba Hubbard. Can you make this go like sleeper, dude? For as great as the sleeper app is, like, could we just put like 3 minutes of work into the webpage? Just like
nice. My dad complains all the time. He doesn't know how to use the app, so he has to get on the webpage. And it never works right.
Like, there's no reason that I shouldn't be able to drag and drop this to make it bigger and smaller.
Yeah.
You know, like if you want to show only a couple names or something, or like, honestly, I don't even know, but just like you should be able to.
Send him a strongly worded letter. There we go. That Walker was the guy. Okay, I can rest a little easier now that he's not going to be on the board there.
Bry guy's set up. I mean, I'm curious if the couple QBs are going to come off the board here.
Where did I have him?
Little Pickens action. Okay, so let's project forward here, Andy, just because it would have been your pick. It would have been your pick.
Mm-hmm.
When you get up, you can say, who do you think Devin's probably targeting up? He's got...
I know with his team build who I would be targeting up.
He needs a wideout, though. It has to be a wide.
Oh, it is a wideout. It very much is a wideout.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
yeah. I think we're on the same.
I haven't really been looking at like who's available because I've been having it like hidden.
Yeah.
So frequently.
And I think and he was a guy when I was doing it. He's on my list of people that I would be taking there depending on how my team went.
Tell me. Devin, tell me. Send me over $1 fab dollar, Devin. I'll tell you. A single fab dollar. No, I mean, to be honest, I know who Andy's talking about. It's not personally who I would take, but I think if you're going with that build, Tyreek Hill, right? Like, I mean, that's just because it's the win now player, right? I don't think I have him ranked there. Personally, I would have loved for Jordan Addison to slip to me. So, Tuttle, there's a special place where you can stick that pick, dude. Chat. What about chat? Deal. Chat. Tell me. I'm refreshing my trade browser, Devin. I haven't seen it come through yet, dude. Haven't seen the dollar. I haven't seen a dollar pop up yet. So I don't know what to tell you. It's not on me. It's not on me to send it. Nelson Aguilar. That's who I would take.
Is he still available?
Oh, dude, he's still there, man. He's still there for sure. This is a Madden premium league, though. So, like, if your Madden player does well,
you get bonus points. Little did we know.
Jay Will. Yeah, Jameson Williams. That's an interesting one.
Oh, yeah, I think if you got McCaffrey, you might as well take Tyreek and just go all in.
Dude, I had a dream the other day, and I kid you not, I had a dream the other day that in like the first game of the season, Tyreek Hill broke his wrist and he was out for the year. I don't even know how this happened in my dream.
Hopefully that is not a premonition and you're actually not psychic.
Yeah, I don't know. It's also the weirdest dream because like I don't even own Tyreek Hill on a single Dynasty team. So like it doesn't even have anything to do.
Yes. I'm not gonna.
It doesn't even have anything to do with like my own team. I don't know why I was like it was even something that even like happened.
Yeah.
in my head. Okay. I do actually need to look at the board now because I do have to pick twice. Probably should take a peek. I mean, like, part of me wants to just like double slam Mixon and Kamara and just be like, I'm trying to win. Just
Oh, I got a little golden sniped there.
but I also
That's okay.
I feel
That's
like
okay.
I just can't pass up a couple of these players, dude.
I mean, you don't have any running backs.
I know. I just at this point, I think Walker was kind of the last one I would have
wanted. I mean, for a win now team, we talked about it, I think the other week. Love Mixon and Kamara and the value on them.
I just gotta go with my gut here, dude.
I have a feeling I'm gonna be sniped here again. Ah! That's okay.
I just couldn't do it, dude. I couldn't bring myself to take him there. This is, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Braga goes QB here. That part of me thought about going QB, but I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Kyle, I gotta say, dude, I don't know you, but you're cracking me up with the comments. I appreciate you being here with us. This is what I needed.
Where am I gonna go? You know, this might be a bit of a reach, but I'm just gonna take my guy.
I mean,
Got a
I
little double
love Jaden Reed. I love Jaden Reed. I think I'm with you, dude. I personally just think he's underrated.
I think he's solid. I love having. This is gonna be a fun team with Lamar and Zay, Love and Reed. I feel like there's going to be some weeks where I'm going to drop a ton of points and some weeks where it's just going to really hurt.
Yeah, Kyle, I'm with you. This is a great way to spend your work.
Oh, hell yeah.
What do you do for work, Kyle?
Bubba Franks. I would draft Bubba Franks in the 30th round if his name was still on the sleeper app.
That'd be a great guy to throw in, pick up for like a good luck championship kind of game vibe.
Oh, he's the ultimate roster locker room guy. Slowly work on a wife if we have a son. Name him Bubba Franks. He was a beast in Madden 02. I'll tell you that much.
Was he though?
He was for me.
But like, was he?
He was for me.
Like, was he?
I think I was 10 and only playing on rookie mode, so it's probably pretty easy for anybody to be a beast, but he was a beast. I feel like this round 8 is the older player value round, where we've kind of got rid of. There's a lot of the sexy names are gone, and now it's the old guys who can score points, and then like the dart throws.
Love that pick, Dirty. Love
Great.
that pick, dude.
If I didn't go tight end, he was.
I almost took him. I literally almost took him and just went double tight ended.
I love some Tucker Craft.
And that's a great value pick too on Tua.
That's an amazing value pick for Tua. There's I'm gonna try and go to the bathroom before my pick.
Yeah, you should be good. You should be good. Looks like Sleepy's up. Triple wide receiver, no tight end still. Triple QB. It's a great name, Kyle. It's a great name, man. I wonder who Sleepy's looking at here. I'm curious if he's looking at running backs. Joe Mixon. It was a good pick.
Did I auto draft yet?
No, you missed one pick.
Joey Mixon.
Joey Mix, dude.
There's some pretty solid looking teams. I don't think there's any team that's standing out as like, man, I'm so glad I don't have that team right now.
No. Yeah, I like it.
Nice. Because all the other startups I feel like I've done, you get a couple people who have either never done it before or haven't done any research or haven't thought about it. And it's like, oh, buddy, what are you doing?
Ooh, Luther Burden. Luther Burden. Definitely every Monday, and then now that we're like ramping up to the season, Kyle, I'll probably be throwing some later in the week as well. So yeah, I mean, I feel like I saw my sub count go up once. I'm assuming that might have been you, but if not, make sure to sub and watch.
Thanks,
and
man.
then once the season comes, we might even be going up to like 3 a week. Andy and I do a flex show, which isn't necessarily only Dynasty. It could be kind of construed as anything. Bry Guy has his mind blown, dude. He's like, wait, this is super flex. see it, man. But yeah, we appreciate you finding the channel, Kyle. We're grinding to get to 1,000 subs. We're in the 800s.
Ooh.
We'll get there, man.
Climbing.
Been thinking about this summer, maybe start working on like some t-shirts or hats or something. Got to figure out what I want to do though. The algorithm, yep, that's how YouTube does it, man. That's how they do it, dude. YouTube's smart, bro.
Interested to see where Devin goes here with this one.
I love it, dude. It's what's so funny to me, Andy, is like you weren't.
I think that's a great pick for his team.
You weren't involved in the conversations, but Devin was the one that was concerned 2 minutes was not enough time.
Yeah. I think I saw some on the chat.
If I make hats, yes, Thomas. If I make something, winner will get a free something for sure.
We gotta make some hats.
Yeah, I want to make hats and or shirts. I think if I were to do 3 things, hats, shirts, stickers, maybe. I don't know. From you guys watching, what's something you would want? I think just for me personally, I think hat and shirt makes a lot of sense. And then like if you got a hat or a shirt, you'd get a free sticker or something.
I think some Dynasty drip boxers would be nice.
Some what?
Some Dynasty drip boxers?
Boxers. And it's just
I got the drip.
dripping.
My Dynasty's dripping.
You're like, hey, sweetie. Hey, sweetie, I don't want to say anything, man, but like, are you like dripping from your boxers?
Yeah.
Like,
just dripping.
They're just a plain pair of Hanes boxers, and I've stitched in. It just says drip, drip, drip. Like that's all it says.
Some Calico Cup pants.
Oh, Thomas getting sniped. Now you see how I feel, Thomas. I've been getting sniped all night, dude. I'm playing with people that literally I'm giving advice to on the weekly basis. Although, to be honest, most of my snipes were like, what's the word? Let's just say optimistic, meaning I didn't actually think that player was going to be there. So I don't really think that's a snipe.
You just hope.
Like, I snipe is more when you're like, you know.
You're going to
like,
reach
oh
on somebody,
God. Like,
and then somebody reaches right before you.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I've got one guy I wrote down to take in round 23, and if he's gone before then, I will be a little bummed. And that is actually well before ADP.
We did the draft order like a week ago, give or take, week and a half.
Week and a half, sounds about right.
Week and a half. Yeah, about like a week and a half ago, Kyle. So if you probably, I mean, unless you clicked like literally in the first 2 minutes of the stream, we did a fun way for draft orders. We each picked a Madden team. Then we did a randomized like fantasy draft of Madden teams. And then we simmed a season and we just took the order. And that's how we got our draft order. So I didn't give myself first pick. I actually randomly got it.
Allegedly randomly got it.
Allegedly. I allegedly got it. What I actually did.
Go in there and throw a couple touchdowns to Nelson Aguilar and.
Hey, Kyle, I can post my Twitch. I did it live on Twitch. But what I did was I actually did it like 100 times, and then I pre-screened it, recorded it live, and did it like a ton of times.
I mean, if you put that much work into it, that would honestly, you'd almost have to give it up to you.
Yeah. Also, like, to be honest, like, we knew it was 3rd round reversal before we even did the randomized like draft Madden thing, and it's like, I don't necessarily think like, I don't know. I kind of like all picks. I think they all have strengths and I think they all have weaknesses. So I don't. Like, I like being early because you get one of the first. Yeah, you're up, Devin. You want me to pause it? I don't know if he's up. I'll respond to him.
Yes.
Yes. I can always pause. There's a pause somewhere too. You got 30 seconds. Oh, it froze. Here, I'll pause. Yeah, if you're listening, Devin, if you reopen, just like exit out of your browser and then like reopen Sleeper. I paused it for you because you're here. I don't want you to miss your pick just because of some random Sleeper thing. It's not a big enough. I don't mind waiting a minute.
That's definitely happened to me before in drafts.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's why I'm like, to be honest, that's why I'm very like sympathetic to this. It's like this has happened to me like plenty of times on Sleeper. On like it just happens. Sometimes it times out, and yeah, exactly. Like it says someone times out, and then you load back in, and it's like 15 picks later.
Yeah,
you're just like, oh my god.
Can he pick when it's paused, or do we have to? Okay.
Yeah, he should be able to pick, but I can also just unfreeze it. He says he's good, so I'll just hit resume. But you can technically pick, I'm pretty sure, but
rate each
team. Also, just like if for anyone, like, dude, if you get auto drafted a player, like you can also just like we can undo it, dude, as long as it's not like too crazy. I could be in my own camp, but like I just think like when you're doing a dynasty startup, like the thing is like, dude, it's like, yeah, in a redraft league, I don't want to be pausing and undoing stuff, but like in a dynasty league, it's like, dude, you do one startup draft. Like, so 20 seconds one time 5 years ago is not a really big deal to like make sure you get off on the right foot. I mean, we could definitely do this, Thomas. To be honest, like, I don't know how much our rankings would change from like round 10 on, because at that point you're kind of getting to guys that are like a little more long shotty.
It's starting to get to that point.
I think in general, I basically like everyone's team. It depends on the direction you're going.
I think I know exactly where I'm going to go here with mine if he's still on the board.
Gino. I mean, there's honestly still some pretty good values on the board. I'd argue.
For sure.
You're gonna go AR-15 and
this is not the pick. There's a few guys I like here. feel like I'm getting ready for like a spa treatment right now.
I know this one's good. This one's good. Well, I'm just using the ones here on StreamYard because I'm cautious of like, you got to be careful when doing stuff on YouTube things that like.
Oh yeah, that it gets.
You just don't get copyright. Yeah, like.
For sure.
It's so easy to get copyrighted.
Ooh, taking guys out of my queue.
Or even like not even getting just copyrighted, but like sometimes you actually even will like use or play things that technically you have permission to use, but like I respect it, Devin. I honestly really like your team, man.
Oh yeah. And it's easy to know if you got a clear direction. No, that roster,
I literally
thought win now, and you build your team that way, and that's going to be like if that was a redraft team, that would be a terrifying team to play on a weekly basis.
I was definitely considering trying to go like win now because I'm with you. I usually tend to go more like struggle first year, but to me my cutoff point was like the 5-6 turn on if I could get a running back there that I liked and loved. That I didn't feel I was reaching on. And all the guys that I would have felt I was reaching on had gone. So that was kind of my point. Or if I like round 4, if like Achan had fallen or like something like that. Mark Andrews. Mark.
We're running the little 12 personnel, a little big package here.
Heavy package, dude.
Heavy package. Full Ravens, too, it seems, but they're worse offenses to get behind. I think that's good value on Montgomery there. I know we talked about it.
I honestly did not plan on taking him. I'm like, that's good. You know, if it turns out I try to win some games and whatever, I have David Montgomery. And if it turns out I need to trade the RB18 on the year, like someone would want him.
Yeah.
Here's the thing though, what I wanted to do, Andy, if you hadn't taken him, I think like you're higher on Andrews than I am, but what I would have loved to have done is just gone Andrews likely and be like, we'll see what happens. We'll see. Like I got him. I don't know who it's going to be, but I got him. Like, I think Ingram's a good pick there too. Right guy. If you were waiting on tight end, hoping to get Andrews.
Yeah. Man, how Kyle Pitts has fallen.
Here's what I'd say. I think from sleeper ADP, it's a reach. From Dynasty Twitter, he should be going in the 3rd round. So I don't know what to tell you, Brad. Like, I mean, I think that's about right. I think in a tight end premium league, I think that's a fine range. Like, I think Njoku went, Andrews went, likely went. I don't see how Ingram really a different idea there. It's just pick your guy.
I like it too. You got, 2 solid running backs. Obviously, Josh Allen, a good-looking receiving core, and I think, Ingram's definitely getting a little bit on the older side, but I think in that offense, he's going to score a lot of points this year.
Yeah, I love that from Braga. Actually, dude, that's great. Kyron Chase.
I think he's a really good fit for the team.
The 4-5, getting Kyron and Chase Brown.
There are a lot of starters on these rosters. Getting into round 11 to fill out my starting lineup. I like it. All right, what did I have for... Ooh.
I know. I need to start putting some guys in my queue.
That's what I'm doing right now. I'm working on a little queue action for when it comes back around.
Okay.
We're almost a third of the way done.
Yeah. I mean, we can speed up. I'm a bit fast, but I'm here. It's only, the startup's only once, man. That's the
I'm
thing.
loving it. That wasn't a complaining. We're the third of the way.
I'm in that camp. Where it's like, dude, I love being in a startup. Like, I wish every day was a startup.
Oh yeah. There's good excitement. So much hope for your team.
So much hope.
There's so much hope right now. Only for the hard realization 3 weeks into September to bring you all back down again.
Shakir, Ridley, Aaron Jones.
I miss Aaron Jones in the green and gold.
I know. I love Josh Jacobs, but like Aaron Jones is a cool dude, man.
Oh yeah,
he's a chill dude.
Well, there was a 20-minute period last year where I was like, we have the best backfield in the NFL with Josh Jacobs and Aaron Jones, and then 20 minutes later,
yeah, sounds about right.
Just one. I like the Trey Benson pick there too. He was somebody I was considering.
I wonder if Devin got sniped there.
It's with the second round capital and dealing with some injuries last year and just James Conner being a beast, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I was gonna say, dude, Devin in the chat sniped. I was like, well, he has James Conner, so like I feel like it just makes so much sense.
Yeah. There are a few things more satisfying in fantasy football than knowing you sniped somebody's pick.
The only thing arguably more satisfying is bidding someone up on their defense in an auction draft. That's the only
Also
bidding,
true.
or I'm not even just bidding someone up in an auction draft in general.
That you don't want.
That you don't want. Like, that's freaking satisfying too.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
And then the worst when you accidentally wind up with that player that you didn't want and feel like you way overpaid for. That's the game, baby. That's the game.
That is the game. It goes back to our our tips and tricks video from last year. Drinking and drafting is an advanced technique that you must master correctly.
I think it's pretty solid value on Pacheco too. I know he's been dropping down in fantasy rankings, but I think here at the end of the 10th.
Yeah, I do not know what to think about Pacheco. He's tough because like I think you could look like so smart. You'd be like, dude, like why did people overthink it? Like Pacheco's just
when he's just like the 11 this year, and it's like he went at the end of the 10th.
Yeah. Paul. I mean, I like the value on Pollard too.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Take a peek at some rosters here.
Oh, I guess I traded my pick. That's why my roster's not full. That's why. We're starting 10 guys.
Yeah, for sure though, Devin. I mean, like that's the other side of the thing here, right? Is like people could be like Pacheco, like, dude, why did we overthink it? And then the flip side, which is what's driving him down, is he got hurt, he came back, he didn't look good. He was like a 7th round pick. Like,
and then just a rotational piece that goes away.
Yeah, it's really that's the flip side of the coin.
Yeah. Sure. There were 2 years where James Robinson was the man, and then all of a sudden he was not the man anymore.
Not the man. I like that. I didn't really pay attention to that. Dirty Bird with the CJ Stroud, Nico Collins stack.
Ooh. That's going to be a fun one.
And the Trevor Lawrence, Calvin Ridley, if he was still on the Jaguars.
Last year, Ridley.
The 2 years ago Calvin Ridley stack. Yeah, I haven't figured out about Callahan yet. I think he has some positives. What I'll say about Callahan is I like his dad more because his dad is an amazing offensive line coach. As long as his dad stays there, then I'm okay with it. So Andy, this where is it? This right here, the football.
Yeah,
the football's really old. I won this at a drawing like when I was a kid. Robin Pflugrad signed.
All right,
Grizz players.
Yeah,
that area, Montana Grizz, Pflugrad area.
That is old school,
dude. Yeah, it's freaking old school, man.
Because he was the coach when they won won AA or FCS in 95, right? Or 2001?
I'm trying to remember when he was. I think he was the coach into like 2011 too. I don't remember his exact years. 2010, 2011. Maybe just those 2 years. I don't know. He was a wide receiver coach under Bobby Houck in 2009. And then when Houck left, Pflugrad replaced him.
Okay.
Tootin'.
The Tootin'. That backfield is going to be interesting this year.
I have no clue what's going to happen. I have no clue.
I don't know if anybody does, but I feel like one of those guys, I don't know if they're going to get like the number, like, you know, be like a really solid role, but I think we're going to be in a situation where one guy is a solid flex and the other two guys are like, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't have any idea who it's going to be yet, but.
It's hard because, right, like last year, like you're taking the same coach that like had Bucky Irving, and then like Rashad White was even like arguably almost playable too.
Yeah. That's true.
But I also just think Bucky
Irving
is better than every single player in the backfield. So
yeah.
At all.
This is gonna be a little wild if this guy falls. Pre-parlay Calvin Ridley. Pre-parlay Calvin Ridley was such a monster.
Did you?
Yeah,
I know. I know. Yeah, you're reading. Yeah, you're reading the.
An absolute.
I like
monster.
that. I like this feature. I'm gonna have to remember this from now on because I'm gonna start trying to do like streams more. Just kind of like this vibe where it's just like, you know, like we're not necessarily doing like the stream doesn't have to be like all like hardcore. It's more just like, no, like I'm gonna do this draft. We're gonna chill. We're gonna
vibe.
Yeah, we're just gonna vibe. Like
talk a little football. I'm just staring intently at names, hoping they don't disappear from my queue. I'm hoping the more that I like laser beam.
I need to like process this. Like
more they stay.
Like who can I even draft?
I wonder who Sleepy's thinking about here. It's like looking at his roster, I think there's one guy on the board who really stands out to me. That was the guy.
I'm out.
Honestly, I think that's amazing value on Kyle Pitts.
It is. I just can't do it, dude. I just can't do it.
He's still only 24. It seems like he's been, I mean, yeah, I guess he was drafted when he was 20, so he has been for a while. You know, he's going into his 5th season, but tight end 12 last year. Tight end 12.
I mean, it's good value. It's good value.
You're getting him in the 11. You know, There's other guys I like more, but I think getting him there is good value. I was thinking about taking him if he was there at 12-3, I might have gone 3 tight end, just ran goal line.
Have I ever showed you? I have a couple leagues that are tight end premium leagues. I'm in with some guys, and dude, my tight end rooms are disgusting. They're great because they're like multiple flex. Let me see. Let me pull this one up. So this is a team I do with some other guys that are like do like YouTube or just like fantasy content and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
A back-to-back champ. It's a C2C league, so campus to Canton.
Yeah.
And my tight end room is I have Hawkinson, Kraft, Njoku, Goddard, Gesicki, Fannin. Like, so just like it's like there's definitely many weeks that I was playing like 3 to 4 tight ends. Yeah. Or I'm in a best ball tight end premium dynasty league, and my tight ends are Njoku, Kraft, Gesicki, and Kittle. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had Darren Waller, and then he freaking retired, dude.
You got to start his rap career, man.
Freaking classic.
Gotta let the man rap.
AR, man. I know all of the videos from like last offseason, I guess, but like, I don't know, dude, who's even on the board? I need to process this. I'll do it, dude. I'll do the trade.
Oh, you got a little trade brewing?
I'll do it. I was very torn. I mean, I think it's a fair trade.
Maybe we'll see what's the trade.
Mazin. Oh, it just popped. So I traded 11-12 for a second and a 17th.
Nice.
So, I mean, I think there's some players here. So I think for me, it was like, I don't know. I think if I was like full contender, I wouldn't have traded the pick. But I think I'm in an in-between where it's like, I'll take the second. For all I know, like, the guy I would have taken, maybe he slips until the 17th. Like, at this point, like, it's kind of getting to that point where, like, you have some guys where it's like the off consensus takes, like, start to stand out a little more.
Yeah.
Where, like, there could be a guy, like, ranked really far down the board, and you're just like, dude, I mean, I'm not saying, like, this is anyone I have queued up or anything, but it's just, like, you just go, I'm still a Jonathan Brooks believer. Or like whatever, right? And you're just like, I would take him here. And I would never, if I saw someone take Jonathan Brooks like over Tootin, I'd be like, okay. I'm not saying I would or I wouldn't, but like I get it.
Yeah.
I think you're at the point where it's like, it's not like you're taking him over like Kenneth Walker, where you're like, dude, what are we doing here, buddy?
Yeah.
Oh, love the Mason Taylor pick too. So Maz, remember you promised you were going to take Aaron Rodgers. You promised me. You said I'll do the deal, but you have to take Aaron Rodgers. I put that in the claim. I don't know if you saw it. I actually don't know who's going to go here. I think he's got like a win now-ish kind of team in a way.
Maz, let me see him. Yeah.
He's on the far right. He has Bowers,
Yeah.
Nick. But he's done with the RBs.
I don't know. I think I'd say fairly balanced. I mean, it's a lot of young guys, and then you have 2 good RBs.
Yeah, it's balanced.
I think that's a team where you get 8 weeks into the season, and you know, like, okay, I'm going to start trading some stuff to try and win this year, or you go, my team's still young, it didn't turn out as, maybe we're missing the playoffs or on the fringe, and I'm just going to reset for the next year.
Yeah.
Because, I don't.
And two, it's like there's
not Cooper Cup in the 11th. It's like everybody is in the rookie contract. Unless Olave, he hasn't signed a deal yet.
And the thing is, too, it's like I think there's two camps, like kind of when you get to, let's just call it round. I think even like kind of now, once you kind of get round 9 through round like 19, which is, okay, if you're a rebuilder or competitive rebuild, whatever you want to call it, right? Competitive struggle, whatever you want to call it. You could take, for example, let's take exactly what Maz just did. He took Kyle Williams. You could take a Kyle Williams and hope he turns into something. Or you can take a
Deebo Samuel.
And try and trade him for something.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's a right answer, and I don't think there's a wrong answer.
That's true. Yeah.
Do I do this just for the bit? Do I take Anthony Richardson just for the bit? Part of me wants to, and part of me thinks.
I mean, at this point,
ever invented. Part of me wants to.
Whoa. He is a starting quarterback in the NFL. For now.
I just don't think I can bring myself to do it.
Man, I loved him so much last offseason.
I'm going to go here.
See my board. Ooh.
Ooh, a little Jalen Milrow. Poop. Yep, I agree. Poop him. Poop emoji him, guys. Stack the poops. Oh, look, if I do the poop, we double poop you. Poop him up.
Oh, no.
Poop him.
I feel great. I feel great about it.
I did not know you could emoji a pic.
That's awesome. I wonder if it gets to the end of the road, do they start stacking? Will it make like a little poop pyramid?
I don't know.
Be like a giant
If it
poop?
turned into a pyramid, that'd be awesome. That's so funny, dude. I need to remember that. Because now when I do my redraft leagues, I'm going to start just poop emojis. Like, it's going to be a bit. I'm just going to... We'll do a bit, Andy, where we each get like 2 or 3 poop emojis. And if I poop emoji someone, you have to take a shot. Like, that's when it's just, it's like a shot token. But it's a poop emoji on a player.
I like that.
We each get one. Everyone gets one. Everyone gets one little poop
emoji.
Yeah, I actually, honestly, I love the Jonnu pick there. That's a great pick, dude. That's a great pick. Kelsey! Yeah, I was wondering when he was going to go, dude. Although I kind of would have loved the Kyle Pitts owner to go Kyle Pitts, Travis Kelsey, and just get like the funniest tight end room ever invented.
I think though paired with Kraft, that's a nice looking tight end room. You got the young guy in the up and up, and you got the old vet who can hopefully put together a good year.
Well, and I think with, I mean, I guess I don't know what Dirty's thinking, but I have a hard time if I had Brian Robinson and Achane not trying to win. I just can't.
Oh, for sure.
Good value pick, dude. The ultimate value pick, Jacoby Myers. gonna go see that, or I guess I'm talking to you, Andy, but I'm talking to anyone else on the stream. We're going to see that F1 movie this weekend. Kind of stoked. It looks pretty cool, actually, dude.
I don't know if I've even seen
Have you
anything
seen
about it.
any of the trailers for that?
I'll have to check it
It
out.
has like Brad Pitt and something, but like it just the way it filmed, it's like, dude, a lot of the shots are like very intense. Like it looks like, I don't know how they did like the car shots, but like it's this F1 movie. It looks pretty cool with like some of the camera stuff, like
oh sweet. I'll definitely
like action wise. Like
yeah,
I'm curious to see like just how it's filmed and stuff. That's what I'm excited about.
Yeah. They have some crazy rigs they can throw in and on cameras, and for a movie with that big a budget, I'm sure they make,
for sure.
You know, all sorts of custom stuff, which is so cool. We got Stephon Diggs going. He's still partying. Is he still partying?
I just looked it up, okay? What do you think the budget was for the F1 movie? Brad Pitt's in it, so you know it's a big budget movie.
Talking like 200 million?
That's spot on. Yeah, it says 200. I mean, it could be a projection. That's just like the AI Google answer, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't know the reference, but yeah, Todd Gurley's in the queue. Todd Gurley's in the queue, dude. This is a CFL Premium League. If you play a CFL player.
Or once a week, or once a season, you get to take points from 2018.
That would be pretty funny. Dibs on Kamara. Christmas game. Whenever that, 2020. I think that was 2020, though.
20 or 21.
I think it was 2020 because I feel like it was like COVID when I was
early COVID. Yeah, I think it was the COVID season. Yeah, he went off in my to gain me my third place victory. So sad. That is the double feature.
It's the new Barbenheimer.
Yeah.
Brokeback Brad Pitt. Bradback Mountain, dude. Jake, okay. How do you feel? Like, what's your thought on Jake Ferguson, Andy? Is it just like, is he getting too much hate? Do you think this is correct?
I think
he's such a tough like player to like nail down.
I mean, I think I would take the other tight ends before him, but I could see him bouncing back. And like
it's
looking
tough,
at
right?
the
So like he was tight end 9 in 2023.
Yeah. And he's still 26.
And he's 26.
I think that offense will be better this year too.
Yeah, well, and I mean they were playing with
Pickens just throws a full,
so.
You know, on the field he's great. Hopefully, you know, locker room jives are all good. And if that's the case, then I like Ferguson a lot more. I don't know. It's the 12th round at this point. It's
it's not the value here. I think it's a fine pick. I think this is a great time to get another tight end or something.
Yeah.
But I think it's more
just Ferguson's future.
Yeah. I think personally for me, and I'm curious if other people think this too, is what scares me about Ferguson is like Dalton Schultz when he left. Like that, like truthfully, it's just like, it kind of looks like it doesn't really matter what the white tight end Dallas has with Dak is. Like he'll be like pretty good. But then like if he leaves, it's like, okay, like, yeah, Dalton Schultz is a good player, but you ain't winning. Like I won a league with Dalton Schultz as my tight end a couple years ago. It was a Dynasty league. But also the rest of my team was like Jalen Hurts, Jahmyr Gibbs, Swift when he was on the Eagles, AJ Brown, Puka. Like the rest of my team was stacked, so it was fine. But like, it's tough. I like the Mooney pick though, Shep. It's a good pick, dude.
Yeah.
Damn, I have 7. Oh, okay, I was gonna say I traded that pick. I have 6 wide receivers. It's still a lot, but I'm okay with it.
Mm-mm-mm.
Where's the Tukester, Andy? Is he sleeping downstairs?
He's downstairs chilling. He was very excited to see me when I got home today. I got the full wines, and he picked up.
because you were gone. Yeah, because you were gone.
Yeah, he picked up an antler that he likes to chew on, and was rubbing up all of my legs and trying to stab me with that antler as best as he could.
I like the Shuck pick, Maz. I think he's underrated.
Mm-hmm.
I would have taken him over Milrow, personally.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Not that that's a bad pick. I think for me, I just think he might start.
I think he will start. And I think Milrow, I would be surprised if he starts this year. But I figure with my quarterbacks being who they are, I'd rather take a little, like I can afford to take a little bit more of a risk in the long game.
Oh, yeah. I mean, because if Milrow, he's a freak athlete.
Yeah.
Like, he's crazy. I think it's very possible, Kyle. I think it's very possible, my man.
Yeah.
I wouldn't rule it out. Who do they take, though?
Oh, my boy.
Oh, Maz. He had to do it to us. He had to do it to us, man.
He had to do it. Oh.
I don't know about everyone else, but I'm sure I know.
Oh.
I just have so many shares.
I know. I had him. He was my guy in the queue. I was for sure taking him at the 13th man. That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, Shahid he's our boy, Bry guy. He's a Flex Friday champ, dude.
Just
With the God,
our favorite.
Dirty Bird in the chat goes, Maz with the God stack, Tyler Shuck Rashichi.
Ooh, and Olave too. Super Saints.
I like Arch, Kyle. I'm with you, man. I live in Austin, so I watch a lot of UT, and I think Arch is pretty freaking good, dude. It's hard to bet against the Manning name until we see one that isn't good. Like, we'll see. But
yeah, we've seen 3, and they've all been really great. So Anthony Richardson might be there for you at 13 too for a little Pittman Richardson. At that point, I feel like you have to
honestly, I want everyone to make sure he's there just to like force me to be like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, dude, I just think he's gonna get benched. I don't know. Like, maybe I'm wrong. You know?
You could take Danny Dimes.
I'm gonna take Danny Dimes.
I think he's still there. I don't think anybody's taken him yet. His name's still on the board.
Ooh, that's a good question, Kyle. I like that. Give me your top 2 fantasy letdown players of the last 10 years.
Oh.
So, I didn't draft this guy, but one of my best friends drafted this guy, Kyle. And I don't know, David Wilson. Remember David Wilson, the running back? I think he was on the Giants.
Oh, yeah, he was the first round pick.
Like, he was going so early.
Yeah.
Who was the other one, dude? Who was that?
I feel like I'm trying to forget all of the horrible picks that I've made over the years. I'm assuming excluding injury.
Yeah, I mean, you could bring it up, but like,
because I feel like that's not really fair. I feel like I definitely had a couple.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, Devin in the chat took David Wilson round 3, 2013 redraft. Yep,
Yeah.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. That was the one.
Brutal.
Or I'll tell you one of the ones though, man. What I don't remember the year. I'd have to go back. Whatever year Trent Richardson fell off.
Oh yeah,
that was
his second year in the league.
Yeah, because he was like so good, and then he was like the worst player.
Moncrief, yeah. It's always so heartbreaking.
I feel like all of my most heartbreaking ones were always like the injury ones, though.
I know I've got a few where I had such high hopes, and David Johnson. I remember the year or two after he was really good, I took him, I think 3rd overall or 2nd overall in a redraft, and
that's a good answer, Kyle.
Honest, yeah.
And he just stopped playing football because his toe hurt.
Yeah.
It's just like, dude, I hurt my toe.
I'm done.
I feel like there was one. I feel like it might have been just some CJ Spiller year. I feel like there was a.
Yeah.
You had to be there, though, Zach. I know he didn't kill it, but David Wilson was going so high in whatever year that was. I do not remember the year. Although he might have got hurt, too, the year after, but still.
I think it was a combination of...
It was a combination of you probably shouldn't have been...
Mostly, yeah, he was not very good, but he was a first-round NFL draft pick, so...
When was the Eddie Lacy fall off?
I think it was like after, I think he had 2, maybe 3 years.
That probably could have been one that could have burned
maybe.
For sure.
That was one of them.
Yeah, because we had 2 really good years, and if you took him for his 3rd year, he had 750 yards and 3 touchdowns. That probably would have sucked.
Yeah.
That would have been no fun.
Oh man, I'm getting...
You're getting
my whole queue going, dude.
Your whole queue's going.
Yeah. Oh, I met Joe Flacco on Friday, and
oh yeah, dude, how was that?
It was cool, man. He's a cool dude. We didn't really talk football, just kind of chatted for a little bit. But I could see in his eye that Cedric Tillman's going for 1,502 this year, or 1,512. So
Is he just like as big as I imagine? He's so tall.
He feels like I'm 6'2", 6'3", and I feel like
he's like 6'6", isn't he? Like, yeah.
He is huge. Massive hands.
I know he's 6. I mean, I was gonna say, I bet his hands are like huge, just like a big dude. Massive penis. Exactly. He came in, he just said, let's get this out of the way. And just,
yeah. I don't want to talk about it. Just we can dog shit and move on.
I found the easiest way to do this is just nice. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I get your drink.
Yeah. Roll it back up. It's a brutal run through of Andy's queue right there.
This is your entire queue.
Absolutely brutal run through.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Frank! Yeah, baby.
He saved him.
Low key, I was gonna go Anthony Richardson, Daniel Jones, but then he took Anthony Richardson. Yeah, I bet Joe Flacco has a mean grill setup, Kyle. I'm with you. I bet that dude's got the Traeger. I mean, he's got everything. He's got everything for sure.
Oh, yeah. He's a big golfer. I'm back up already. All right. I like the value there on those guys. But... I hope so, Kyle. I certainly hope so. Thank you. We'll see. I just hope his knee is still doing good. I know he had the knee issues. It's always a risk if his career is going to be a little shorter due to that or not. Michael Jackson's running higher every day.
feel like I might regret going the double quarterback, but I just was like, I could probably trade these guys at some point. Yeah, and then Dobbins goes, and now I feel like booty crack because that's who I wanted to take. Although positively, my queue is now currently empty, so I can look at players again.
I got one lone guy in my queue, and I'm afraid to put people there because they keep getting taken out of it. So,
dude, it's literally how it works. As soon as you put someone in your queue, they always get taken.
they're gone.
Love the Ray Davis pick too, dude. I definitely could have gone him.
Yeah, this is kind of the fun dart throw where the real dart throws happen.
Was that the guy in your queue?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I figured.
Oh yeah. If I didn't have two tight ends already, I definitely would have taken him there at my 14th. And I almost did. Just run out the beef. Gotta prevent dehydration during startup draft.
I do, Kyle. I honestly think I'm just at this point, I've just accepted that year one is not going to be my year. And I think I'm okay with that. I also could see myself taking about 13 running backs with my next 13 picks. But that doesn't mean that they're going to be good. It really was for me. I think the thing like with my draft, it's like as soon as I didn't take an RB, because like I would have taken like Harvey and Henry, or then I guess for some reason like I just assumed Chase Brown wouldn't have been there either. But
yeah,
like once they weren't there at my 5-6 turn, it was like okay, never mind. Like I'm not taking any.
Yeah,
Guess I'm not taking any. I guess I could have gone Caleb Johnson. Or James Cook really fell, to be honest. Yeah.
there were still some guys there.
I just had such a tear drop off at tight end that I had to get a tight end for me.
Yeah.
And then I also didn't want to play the QB game. So I took off. But don't worry, man. I get 2 17th round picks. That's going to save my whole team. It's going to save my whole team. Just like you in the 20th. That 2010 is going to hit hard.
I'm going to get the star, dude. The next Kyron Williams.
You're going to hidden. It's just going to say hidden. You're going to take that pick, and it's going to pop up and say hidden.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, good pick. All the rookie RBs are starting to go.
As long as I don't get sniped, my round 22 pick. Be nice and happy.
Thank you, Kyle. I agree, man. I just like...
Time will tell.
I'm not one, and look, I mean, sometimes I'm sure, like, over the years, you know, I've been playing fantasy since, we were, like, 12, Andy? How old were you when we started?
It was like 6. I remember it was middle school. I remember and then talking about the
games.
Like,
it doesn't always, but I've never really been one where it's just like, you know what? I try to always just go where it's like I don't really get influenced by, like, I don't try not to force it, I think, in a draft. And now some years you'll get to the end of draft and you go, you know what? Maybe I should have forced like that one pick because then like I ended up getting all this value later. That's the one thing sometimes where it's like, dude, if I'd known if I'd known I could get Waddle and DJ Moore in the 7th and the 12th, like maybe I would have taken Kyron Williams or whatever. Like, but that's the tough one where you're like, but for me in a Dynasty startup, the longer I've played Dynasty, I think for me, it's like, I'm a good Dynasty startup drafter, but my strength is timing, trading, acquiring at the right time, buying low, selling high, whatever. And so for me, it's like, I just got to make sure I come out of the startup draft with value because that's all I need. I just need value. I need things that are worth things. But was that your snipe?
You 100%.
20th round snipe?
It wasn't my 20. I was actually going to take it round. He goes early. He usually goes in like.
Okay, yeah. I didn't know when he went. I didn't know when he went.
He's safe. But that was 100%. 100%.
I didn't know when he usually goes. I kind of had to think through it. But I was like, I'm curious. That was the player I had in mind that I was like, I wonder who's this guy Andy's thinking about late.
No.
Okay, now I got to rethink.
You'll know.
Well, I got to rethink it now because that was my initial guy in my head. So now I got to think it through again.
Oh, I was taking him for the snipe. No.
Well, now I got to rethink like who's the guy that I think you're gonna take. Okay, I got one idea.
That's way later.
For anyone that was just watching my stream, I was just scrolling down through like all of the players, and for some reason, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, I had starred him. He was just starred. I have no clue why he was starred and no one else was starred. Because starring doesn't even mean a queue. It just means like you're like watching.
You favorited them. Yeah, you favorited them. But it stays from season to season. Like, I'm scrolling down, I still have Darius Slayton starred.
Okay, so that must be what it is. Is like, do you want
I
to
think
know
I
honestly what
started
it
in
was? I
2020.
probably starred him in our 16-team league to be like, okay, don't forget about Marquez Valdez off the waivers.
Yeah.
Adonai Mitchell, dude, he fell so hard. Adonai Mitchell face planted in the rankings. Like, bro, he was going like where
besides
like
Jonathan Taylor, everybody on that team face planted in the rankings.
Woo! Hey, I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, thanks for hanging.
Here's the thing is when it's a grind when you're doing it, but then when you're sitting there tomorrow night and you're like, dude, I wish I was doing a fantasy draft right now. Like, that's what happens. Like, you're like, I would literally give anything to be doing a startup fantasy draft at this moment. I'm honestly more just proud that I've made it 15 rounds and I haven't gone P yet, which is very unlike me.
That is amazing. The iron bladder.
It's not even like that. I usually pee all the time. It's going to start happening. Had a little frozen pizza for dinner.
Nice.
Put some extra pepperoni on it. I like getting the Quest ones. Have you ever had those? The Quest frozen pizzas?
I don't know if
they're like super like high protein ones. Like, they're good.
Yeah. Oh boy.
I love that, Brad Guy. Who you said your team were you the Wizards fan, Brad Guy? Was that you? I know someone said they were a Wizards fan. I think it probably was you.
Wide receivers. You know, I'm just gonna be the Baltimore Ravens over here.
You're doing this is so Sean.
It wasn't my intent, but I was like, he signed a 3-year deal.
He did. I mean, I definitely like. It doesn't mean anything's going to be different, but it's not like a bad sign.
Yeah.
Okay. Time to get like a couple running backs on the squad. The question is like, who do I actually want though? Honestly, this is just, I don't really know how this is going to play out, but these are just like, I'm just going to throw them on the team and just build a little, just like the unwanted toy turn. Ramondre Stevenson, Rashad White. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. DC Sports. That's what I thought, Brian, because I knew you were the Commanders fan. And Orioles. Okay. Hell yeah. I wanted to get some running backs on the roster, and I was just looking. I feel like I value Ramondre Stevenson and Rashad White over like these like third round rookies. Not that I love it, but I think technically I would just take them over it, and we'll see what happens. Who knows though?
Royo there. All right. Well, I'll mix it up a little bit. I'll take
Harold Fannin. I do. I just I do have 5 straight picks of people no one wants. I agree. I agree. It's a genius strategy. Am I just taking them? Or who knows? Maybe people are just hating on them. There we go. I like the speed, boy. Well, I guess that was an auto pick. This is, though, what I will say. I know I'm not an East Coaster, so the East Coasters have it a little rougher, but this is why I made sure to start it at 7. Just to be like, okay, because even then, if it goes a little long, yeah, I'm with you, Bry Guy. It's like I was just trying to take the guys I felt were the most valuable at any given point, and it just happened to be a bunch of guys that I don't necessarily love, but like, I don't know. I mean, I think when it comes down to it, it's like I don't dislike guys like, like DJ Giddens, perfect example. Like I like DJ Giddens as a guy I would take with a 3rd or 4th round rookie pick. Yeah. But I think the smart move would be to take Rashad White and just be like, well, he's not great, but like he's not as trash as people are like thinking he is. Like it's like just because Bucky Irving's really good, it doesn't mean Rashad White's all of a sudden just like the worst player in the NFL. Where in general, like for every Devin Neal that hits, there's 12 of them that just get cut. So, like, just depends. I'm going to package all these guys together, get a 4th round pick for them. Zach's doing the opposite, just with wide receivers now. He's got Mitchell and Johnson, Tillman, another guy. I mean, Tillman has promise, but still kind of a forgotten asset. Could have been going 4 rounds earlier if he didn't have that concussion last year. Honestly.
Yeah. Do I have anybody? Okay. You got one person for the 17th, 18th if he's there.
Kyle, I'm assuming this is sarcasm, but I'm gonna screenshot this. I'm gonna send this to you in like 6 months. You tell me how it holds up.
If only he was born with hands.
Here we go. And here's the punchline. Then he bobbles the bubble screen. They pick it off, and he just gets benched for the rest of the season.
Just gets absolutely drilled.
Okay.
I was so glad. I wanted Quentin Johnson so bad in one of the rookie drafts, and I'm so glad he got taken the pick before me.
Yeah, Jake took him.
Yeah, and I was so bummed at the time, but how lucky was I?
Yeah, I think spread out over all my leagues, I only ended up ever having 1 share. But in that league, I think I drafted Puka, so I never really cared.
Oh, yeah.
So like I was like, I don't really care.
Doesn't matter.
I came out of this draft with a wide receiver 1. Like I'm really not complaining.
No, yeah.
And I might even have had like freaking Achane too or something. So like I really wasn't. Dude, that draft class is crazy. Like just the way the ADPs worked, like what you could have come out of that draft with if you picked it just like 112, 212, 312, 412. Like you could have come out with like Achane, Puka, and like some other guys just by like taking them, just like where they could have been going. Okay, now it's time to really get the studs onto the team.
You ready for this turn here? You got a pick coming up.
Oh, I need to pay attention.
Double 17.
Crap.
You're on the clock.
I forgot. I'm going to be on the clock faster than I even know it.
Yeah.
Z-Shep's running it down, dude. He's running it down. Ollie Gordon. Okay, is the snipe gonna happen? Does Maz hit the snipe? But also, like, there's plenty of players that don't really care.
Yeah, I think I know who you're going for.
Okay. We'll see if you're correct.
I think I know.
still like kind of impartial, but
I could see a couple others, but I'm like 90% sure. Let me see if he doesn't pick it. Let me see if I can guess.
yeah. You can feel free to guess because it's not going to influence who I would have taken or not. So
You got a nice little rainbow reflecting off the wall behind you.
Yeah, dude, it's this
commercial.
it's like a sun lamp or something they're called.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
just
cool.
that. I like it.
What kind of what?
I said I just noticed. How did I just notice?
Oh,
that?
yeah. Yeah, and then I got the little other light behind the plant too.
All right, is your guy? Is it Blake Corum?
No.
Oh, okay. Ooh.
No, honestly, I got nothing against Blake Corum. I just like Jarquez Hunter too. So at this point, I'm not gonna waste the pick on Corum.
Yeah.
But I think it's a smart pick at some point this round, just because like it has like upside that if he turns out to be handcuffed and Kyron gets hurt, like for all you know, he could be like a crazy valuable asset.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, the little sneaky thing in the background that you can't really tell what it is. This little guy did. This little freaking.
What is that? Is that a turtle?
It's a little turtle. It's a little turtle, dude.
I like it.
Little turtle.
We got a little bobbly head.
A little bobblehead turtle.
Is his name Rashid?
Yep. That's Rashid, and then I have another one that's Shahid.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I got two dogs and named them Rashid and Shahid, no one would get it, and then the one dude that got it would be like, "That's awesome." Like Roshan Johnson. You misclicked. You don't want Kate Otten. Is that? We can remove the player. Okay. I don't know if I have to like unpause the draft or something. Does that pause the draft when I do that?
I
don't think so. Is it just me?
No, his timer's not counting down. His timer's not counting down. I think you gotta maybe pause and unpause.
Okay, let me see it up on my phone here. Wonder if you want me to just try that?
And then resume.
I bet that'll work.
Oh yeah, we're moving now. The dogs would be confused, yeah.
He did call the 2-minute pressure, dude, to get delivered. Devin was really the only one like super concerned. But hey, here's the thing, Devin. I told you, man. You told me you picked wrong. We replaced it.
Yeah.
It's all good. in the end, it don't matter.
Am I gonna be there?
And the dog. Oh, yes, they would. Yes, the dogs would be confused.
Rashid Shaheed.
Yeah, that would be rude. They'd both come running.
Yeah. See, I think you get some like actual turtles, and you name them Rashid Shaheed. Be a nice like juxtaposition with the speed of Rashid Shaheed and the speed of the turtles.
Or I could get a hare.
Ooh, yeah.
Tortoise and a hare.
Tortoise and one hare, yeah. You erase it.
And name them Eddie Lacy and Rashid Shaheed.
Yeah. Which one's which?
They're opposite. So Rashid Shaheed is the turtle, and the hare would be Eddie Lacy.
Those first couple of years, though, Lacy had some moves to him.
He had some juice, dude.
That big man could fly.
His last couple of years, he looked like that defensive tackle in the Saints when he got the interception.
Yeah.
Although that dude was moving.
He was. I wouldn't want to try and tackle him. I mean, I wouldn't want to try and tackle him either.
Dynamite. That's a dynamite turtle name.
Jarvis Green Ellis. I feel like a turtle, tight end kind of suits a turtle too. Oh, it's not really a snipe when it's round 17, but
was it Christian Kirk?
I mean, this isn't my round. You'll know in round 22. I'm taking him round 22, the guy that I'm talking about. But I do like Kirk, when Tank Dell's out, being the wide receiver too for CJ Stroud.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it's gonna be interesting. I think there's a lot. I think there's a lot of unknown with that wide receiver core. I think a lot of people are handing over the wide receiver 2 and wide receiver 3 roles to the rookies, and there's like a total possibility that Christian Kirk is just the second wide receiver on that team. Like,
I think he'll have a role this year, and in the future, it's going to be a little different, but we'll find out. Or at least a wide receiver 3 on that team. I think Kirk will be a factor, though.
I mean, he's still like a good player.
He's
never think he's lost like as much as like has been claimed.
Yeah, I mean, he was solid up until he got hurt last year. It wasn't great, but like, you'd be happy if you're flexing him in there.
To the wrong person, Kyle, they would not get the joke. But if you told me that at a bar, if you're like, I have a turtle named Ben Jarvis Green Ellis, I would be like, I was like, yes, you do.
Have you seen
Yes,
Tires?
you do, man.
Have you seen Tires?
No, I mean, I've seen some clips, but like,
because he does. I guess I didn't even connect it, but in the show, he finds a turtle and names it Jerome Bettis. And
that's okay. That's funny.
That's Sam. Oh, my wife is named Sam, also, by the way. So, other Sam, my wife Samantha, did not get the joke, but I was just dying laughing at the turtle named Jerome Bettis. I think I almost like Ben Jarvis Green Ellis more.
I do like Ben Jarvis Green Ellis because it's so long.
Yeah.
It's such a long name.
It's got green, turtles are a little green. There's layers to it. There's layers to it.
Maz, dude, I can't do it. You're lowballing me, brah.
Dude, I haven't even checked to see if anybody's been trying to send me some offers here.
I don't think there have been.
No. Nope.
I'm just gonna pick the guys I would have picked. Right here. Right here. Get some rookies on the team. What's my opinion on the Steelers wide receivers? Stop sniping my Washington guys. Okay, here we go. I'll make you a trade offer, Brad guy. You give me Josh Allen an 18.2 and a first, and I will give you Krosky Merritt and Jane Daniels. If that's intriguing to you, go for it. Okay, let's go back to this question. What's your opinion on the Steelers wide receivers? Who will be the 2, 3, 4? So I think the simplest answer is just don't do it. If I had to bet on a 2, I think Calvin Austin would be my bet. I just think he's fast. I think he showed a little. And
honestly, I think I wouldn't be, like you said, going for their wide receivers, but I think late Freiermuth could be interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I would say, like, I think Freiermuth, like, more in like a redraft sense, would be the other name I would have interest in. I don't really have interest in the other ones. I guess Randall Cobb.
When he comes back. Did Jordy sign yet?
Yeah, Jordy Nelson, Randall Cobb, James Jones, Jermichael Finley,
Donald Driver,
Jeff Janis. Jeff Janis might make Lazard when he gets traded.
Lazard
gets, yep.
See, where is he over here? Okay. Yeah, I think so.
Okay, it's me time, Andy. You got to hold it down for like a minute. You can also do nothing. It's not a big
That's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure. Okay, man, I'll just keep drafting the Hogs. I didn't plan on having 4 tight ends by round 18, but here we are. It was fine. I'd love it if we can get back to Sam's pick before he gets back from the bathroom. Honestly, I'm impressed you made it almost 3 hours. I still got a couple of Ravens I could draft. Keep the theme going.
She's not happy. She's not happy to be in here.
No. I think she wanted you to go for like a robust RB draft and is really disappointed that
she did. She's not excited.
Yeah, like, dude.
How many rounds are you doing, Nasty? Oh, like how long is he going to stay on? He's on until he wants to get off, would be my guess.
Yeah, at this point, we'll see. I might make it to the end. I had a very early flight from Missouri back to Montana this morning, so perfect environment to focus on a draft. A little groggy, a little worn out.
Okay, sorry. We had a. Okay, I'm gonna pause it. Figure this out. Pause draft. Let's see.
Like 30
was
rounds.
the trade for 18-8? Is that what it was? And so then that pick auto picked. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so the trade was for 18-8. And then my guess is that.
So it looks like it just went through.
Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna remove it. Okay. It should be good now. Can you pick Moz? Do I have to unpause it? Let's see. Yeah, you should be good now. Your clock was back up. Okay.
You don't want to get cramps in the late stages of the draft.
Dude, I had to eat something, man. I didn't have lunch. Oh. 30 rounds, Kyle. 26-man roster is 4-man taxi. Shepard, Zach. Yes, taxi is going to be first year or second year players only. Yes. And I'm just going to have it. Some leagues I do some more advanced taxi stuff. For this league, I'm just going to have it that it's fair game to just rotate them all year as long as they're first or second year players, because I don't want to manage people's whatever. I don't want to deal with it. It's showing Moz on the clock for you too, right?
Yep.
Okay. I undid the pick like you asked. Did he pick? That didn't auto pick. He picked that.
I think so. Yep.
Okay, cool. You are totally welcome to, Brad guy. I ain't gonna hate on anyone.
Oh yeah.
We all got lives. I ain't gonna show disrespect. And I think the only time I would judge someone for auto drafting would be in like the first 10 rounds. I'd be like, okay, come on. But at this point, it's like you got stuff to do and you want to fill your queue up, go for it. I'm gonna be here, but I ain't gonna hate on anyone if they gotta be somewhere. But I may or may not try to sneak Nelson Aguilar onto everyone's team who's out of that. So just be careful. You got an auto sniped on Gadsden. Yeah. My guess, I will say this though, Sleepy, my guess is that the people that are on auto now have a queue. I really doubt it's just going off rankings, but I could be wrong. You never technically know. Kirk Cousins. You love to see it, dude.
I wonder if he'll stay on the Falcons this year, if he'll go get shipped off.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I'd love it if he went to the Colts.
Yeah, I'm Central Time too. Yeah, or no, that's right. I'm Central Time. You guys are not Central Time. Yes, that's true. Also, the pros of being the one who set it all up, and I got to pick the draft time. So I made sure. Oh hell yeah, Kyle! Dude.
Nice, man.
Yeah, Andy lives there, and I grew up there, so we love it. Yellowstone's awesome, man. Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Did you see what was like your favorite part? I haven't been to Yellowstone in a while, dude.
It's weird.
Though we're going to Quinn's when I come up to visit this summer, dude. I love Quinn's.
Ooh, nice. Yeah. I was just outside of Yellowstone.
Oh, you were probably
a week and a half ago? 2 weeks ago? Like 2 weeks ago. Earlier in June.
Yeah, I don't know. I am very interested about what happens with Kirk Cousins.
I can see Vegas. I feel like with the contract for Darnold and Milroe, I'd be surprised if they went after him. But he would be good in that offense. Yeah.
That's cracking me up, Kyle. That's just so true. Like, that's just so...
Yeah. They're out there, man.
Yeah, I just think with Kirk, it was like they couldn't trade him before his like salary because no one was going to pay that for him anyway. So they might as well hold him on the offense and get something if something happens, maybe.
Yeah. Somebody gets hurt.
I don't really know. Like, I don't know. JJ McCarthy like sucks and the Vikings trade for him. Like, not that he's going to suck, but like
it could happen.
The off chance like he's just like a complete bust for some, like it just happens to be that he just like I don't know.
Kirk reunion.
He's going to suck. I mean, he ain't good, dude. He looked so bad last year. Like, I'm going to tell you this, Andy. I think I know who you are going to take with your 20th round pick. At least my guess.
Or 22nd?
Oh, is it 22nd?
20. We're going, I think, 22. Because I think when I'd be good pulling the trigger.
Okay.
Is it the same person or does that change things? Because let me see his ADP.
Maybe not. Because the guy I'm thinking of, I think it could go in the next 20 picks.
His ADP is in the 300s. I guess we're starting to get close to.
Okay, the guy I'm thinking of is in the 200s.
Okay.
I don't know. What I was going to say because I was initially thinking it was a round 20 pick, was you should take him in the 19th because I may be fucking sniping you on accident. But if it's that far, I have no clue who you're going for, and I don't even know. Now I'm curious. That's low. Unless. Now I have an idea again.
Oh, Wixie.
Bro, I mean, I was out on him last year and I had him nowhere and I traded him where I did have him. But Zamir White just.
Oh, yeah. Full implosion. Full implosion.
He's sitting at 313. What is he? 313.
Yuck. Yeah, it is not Zamir White. But
please take Zamir White. Please do it. Okay, I have an idea.
I'm gonna be real bummed if he does go before the 22nd round, but now I'm getting.
You never know, dude. You never know. The thing is, though, is like I do kind of like really love these rounds of the draft as much as like you don't love them. Like part of me loves them.
I mean, in the last startup we did, I got Kyron in the 22nd, and that changed the whole trajectory of my team. So you never know.
Yeah, it changed the trajectory where you still didn't win.
Yeah. Fair.
But no, I mean, it does.
But at least I've been competing. You know, it was kind of in between, like, am I going for it? Am I not? And it's like, well, I guess I'm going for it.
Bro, this is not someone I have ever really had on my board, but I just feel like that's good value. I feel like Hollywood Brown in the 20th is a good pick. I don't really.
I like it.
I didn't even really have him queued. I just kind of assumed he would have went.
I like Chiggy there too. I've already taken.
I like Chiggy there.
I've already taken 4 tight ends though, so I can't take 5 tight ends.
Oh, I love, yeah, dude. I love taking all the. I'm in another startup right now, and my tight ends it's tight end premium, but it's 2-point. Right now, I'm in like a slow draft startup, and my tight ends are Laporta, Hawkinson, Kraft, and Freiermuth. And I think I could play like 3 or 4 of them, and I'm just going to. I'm going to be like, okay, I'm getting 2 points per catch here. guys.
Yeah, it's just sexy right there.
I thought about Tank Dell. I thought about it.
I think here, I think it's worth the risk.
Yeah. Okay, I also need to start making. I think I do because I think I just slammed them. 1, 2, 3. I guess I could do it with Daniels if I wanted to. I need to make sure I have taxi squad guys, because otherwise you're just gonna have to cut 4 people. I might shout.
It's the last 4 rounds just for fun.
No, I was gonna say when we get to round 26, I don't think anyone's really gonna have much of a problem because rookies usually go, but yeah, we love some Chiggy, Kyle. I think it's good value, man. It's I don't think Chig's a bad player. I just think the Titans have been just a dumpster fire. So, if Cam Ward is actually good, I wouldn't be surprised to see some of these Titans raise in value a little bit.
Yeah.
I thought about going for Michael Mayer too at some point, I will say. But okay, we're approaching your pick, Andy.
We're getting close. Ooh, I'm on the clock right now.
Oh, it's with your 20th.
My little trade for. I wasn't even paying attention. I was adding people to my queue.
What a trade, dude. What a trade. You're getting a steal.
Let's see. Who we go with?
Kendra Miller.
It's a lot nicer taking him the 20th than looking back at our La Liga draft from a couple years ago where I took him at the end of the first. Yeah, early second.
Yeah, that's disgusting, dude. Yeah, that's rough. I had to put some guys in the queue. Okay.
It's about that time.
Not Efton Chisholm, dude.
Man.
Not Efton Chisholm. I mean, here's what I will say, man. If and I'm gonna put this up for a vote when the draft is over to move to a no running back league. My lineup's looking nasty. You tell me if Jaden Daniels, JSN, Travis Hunter, Rasheed Rice, TJ Hawkinson, DJ Moore, Jalen Waddle, Jared Goff. That's a great lineup.
Yeah.
Especially if we're going no RBs. Yeah, I'm with you, Bragg. If you're getting tight end premium, you can definitely flex some tight ends as long as they're having productive years. They're kind of underrated.
Where'd you go? Yeah. Here we go.
Turn the music up a bit because we're kind of at that point where we gotta just pick some players now.
I think we're hitting that. We're hitting that over.
We're hitting the over. Yeah, we're at 3 hours now.
Entering the championship rounds. Let's go.
Oh, love the
My
Joe
boy.
Flacco pick.
My new best friend. Ooh, dang. I like the green wallet. Dang, auto drafting green one. That's what I was gonna go with. 21 there. Yoshivas. All right. Got about board in my queue. I almost went there. My boy,
Here's
former Tennessee Titan, current Green Bay Packer,
Malik Willis.
Digging Malik. Nice little backup, dual threat.
I thought it was Christian Watson. That was my guess.
Yeah.
But that's what I also thought, that when I was thinking it was Christian Watson, I was like, I don't know if he's going to make it.
Yeah.
22.
Oh, yeah. I thought about him at 20, and I might have taken him at 21. Seems like my team is like, I'll just take as many Packers and many Ravens as I can, and hope it turns out.
You really do, man. You have 1, 2,
I got 4 Ravens.
3, 4.
5 Ravens. I'm a quarter Raven. I think there's a couple more that I think Hopkins is still on the board, right? Is he been drafted yet?
Yeah, I mean, you can actually, I don't know if you can do it in draft. I know you can do it the rest of the time where you can like sort by team.
Sort by team.
Yeah. I know you can do it like off the waivers and stuff, but I don't know if you can do it in the middle of a draft. Quinn Ewers auto pick, dude. Or no, Quinn Ewers was a real pick.
This is not bad timing for Cincinnati's backup quarterbacks. Trying to rest from one more time.
Let's see, a little Sean Tucker, Cole Kmet, I like that. Thought about taking him. Damian. Conk.
Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Shout out to all 8 of us left. Still cruising through. Powering strong.
We're powering, dude. We're powering. The pace is good. The pace is good. Just be thankful we can do this on Sleeper and not MFL. That's what I would say.
Or Yahoo.
Or Yahoo, dude.
I do kind of miss the aesthetic of the old 2007 Yahoo.
You can move back.
So simple. You can move back.
You can move back.
We're exporting. Like, definitely not a better platform, but sweet. See you, Kyle. Appreciate it, man. I'll be some World Series of Poker. Been getting a little into online poker in the last couple of days.
Appreciate it, Kyle. Thanks for joining us, man. Hopefully we helped your work day, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, dude, I gotta say, like, this dude, he's killing it, dude. That's the perfect way to go to bed. Little World Series of Poker.
I love it.
Throw that on. I'm just like imagining. It's like, dude, why am I not doing that? Putting an earbud, putting an AirPod in, little World Series of Poker, just falling asleep.
That's like a great, like that golf, like just to fall asleep to. You know, kind of quiet commentary, just kind of chill. If you're having trouble, you know, you got too many thoughts in your head. It's like, well, just, you know, it's not so exciting that you're gonna be like super tuned in, but just enough to keep your mind free.
I still will listen to one of my go-tos. I don't listen every day, but he's since kind of like changed what he does. But good old dude J Train. The Monday and Tuesday pods are killing it. If you ever going back, so he kind of changed it where they're like shorter now, but they're like every day, and each day is like a different vibe, kind of. Like Monday is kind of the oldest, where it's still kind of like dating, life stuff. People write in. So I like Monday still. And then Tuesday is one of my favorites, where it's just like, it's called Ticked Off Tuesday. And it's just like, he complains about some stupid shit, and then people write in and they complain about some stupid shit. And it's just like, he basically is just like, I'm here to agree with you. Like, I'm gonna agree with you. Like, this is,
I got you.
It's funny though. Like Tuesday is great. I was listening to the one from this week, and the one someone wrote in, and dude, he was like, dude, he's so right. He's like, dude, how come like when you have to like redeem a gift card on Delta, like it doesn't save it. You have to type the number in every time you want to use it. He's like, but like when you're trying to book a flight, it saves all your information.
Yeah.
Like it's like, it's so true, man. It's like,
Just make it a little harder.
those airlines, it's like the apps work great when you're trying to spend money, but as soon as you're trying to like redeem something, it's like, oh, do you have a picture of the card?
Are you sure?
You're like,
Bob Does Sports. I don't know if I've checked out Bob Does Sports.
Is that like a podcast, Brian?
It's like a YouTube series.
I mean, 1.1 million followers on YouTube, so it's a big thing. That's big. I'll have to check that out.
I love too. If you're ever having a real problem sleeping, check out Chess Vibes. Guy just live streams, plays chess. It's awesome. I've gotten a little better at chess watching it, and it's the perfect 10 minutes in, and you're like, learn a little, hopefully through osmosis when I'm asleep, and yeah, quick.
Miles Sanders. Honestly, like we're to the point where it's like, who did I have in my queue? I'm like trying to remember it because I did it like 20 minutes ago.
There's like some names.
Like what 30 players did I put in my queue, and are any of them left? Yeah. I do actually have some left.
Okay, a couple.
Okay, interesting. I'm curious. I have 2 guys left in my queue. I'm curious if I'm gonna get both of them. Keep in mind, I did this queue like 5 rounds ago too. So. I feel the snipe coming. I feel the Bry Guy snipe coming. I've been sniping him all night. It's only fair.
You're in the favor.
It's only fair he's gonna snipe me. Oh, he didn't. But I'm gonna snipe him, I bet. Let's see if he was going to pick Lane, because he's a Washington fan. That was another name, Vele. He was on my short list of your round 22 picks.
Oh yeah.
Just as like a a guy that's just like super late. That's like, oh, I could see you. Just like he's the guy you like that late.
Well, Vele, yeah. Oh, I like some Vele there.
Dude, I'm with you though, Brian. Like, dude, sometimes it's just like, even if you're like so on your game, it's just so hard to like fully pay attention to every single player in every single draft. Like, it's very difficult.
Especially into this point where ADP is like not really a thing anymore.
Yeah, I might just scroll down. Olamidia Zacchaeus, Tanner Hudson.
Let's
Nasty
boys.
That's a nasty little watch list right there. I mean, who's even left on here though? Like I even care the slightest bit about.
We got around 30 guy.
I mean, I feel like I didn't overdo this because maybe it's one more round, but I just pulled the exact settings from Shadow.
We do have an extra flex, so maybe that's it.
Yeah, maybe
so then it adds
another round. But I think too, you have to keep in mind it's a 30-round draft, but like the roster is 26, and then 4 of them are taxed.
Yeah.
And it's like, even looking at the players right now on the board, all of these guys are on rosters in Shadow.
Oh, yeah.
Or like a lot of them. Like Howell, Levis, Rudolph.
Oh, yeah.
Watson. There's a lot of guys that are still on rosters, even though they're not like guys you're like trying to go acquire.
Yeah.
They're technically on rosters, though.
Yeah, we're not under ridiculous territory yet. I really don't think we will be either, I think.
Remember when Irv Smith was a thing, dude? Just like scrolling down, trying to find some of these names.
You shined bread for a few games.
There goes D-Hop, Mostert, Burton, Cooper. Dude, what happened to Amari Cooper? Dude, like, crazy.
Yeah. He had one big game last year.
I mean, he got traded to the Bills, and everyone was like actually like super excited. And then it turns out he did literally nothing.
Nothing. I'm sure he'll sign with somebody eventually.
Yeah, I mean, him and Keenan Allen are both still unsigned.
Yeah. I don't think anybody's gonna want to pay him big money.
No, not at all. I mean, Deontay went downhill like crazy, dude.
Yeah.
You somehow traded him, and then just immediately he became nothing. Like that was like, honestly, that's probably like the best timed trade you've ever made in Dynasty.
Yeah. Just wish it would have also done the same with Zamir White, but
yeah.
What are you gonna do?
I hated Zamir White though, so
Yeah.
Like,
I was just getting a little too greedy with him, I think.
You traded him in the other league though.
True.
So you did kind of cut, but also you traded for Chris. So I don't really.
True. Could have wound up with a Brock Bowers if we would have kept that pick. But
everyone could have wound up with Brock.
Hindsight.
Hindsight. Yeah. It's just so funny how some of that stuff works sometimes. Like we were just like, oh my God, Finn, you passed on Brock Bowers, you took Brian Thomas. And you're like, okay, well,
yeah, it's like, well,
like,
yes.
turns out
not really
to be a pretty good. Turns out to be a pretty
Yeah,
good
it's like,
pick, actually.
Not bad.
Devin, you're my favorite, man. I love you, dude. I love you, man. I love. Do you want to know why? I want to play fantasy football with people that care, and you care about your picks, and that's why I appreciate that. Turpin, love Turpin, dude. What we'll have to do too, Andy, I don't know how many of us can do it, but I know you and I can do it, and I'll definitely throw invites to anyone in the Discord league, or just anyone on Discord. a Dynasty drip NCAA connected franchise. Just try to get as many people in as we could. Just everyone recruiting against each other. That would be fire. That'd be so fun. At this point, I don't have the balls to put anyone in my queue because as soon as I do, they're going to get picked.
Yeah. So go there.
Rocket Sanders. Ooh, I like that pick. Jordan Watkins have him in my 16-team league.
Yeah, baby.
That's honestly the only reason some of these guys I'm even like more aware of is because I play in a 16-team Dynasty league where it's like, dude, I am rostering some guys that are like the scum of the earth, where they're just like, who even are these players? You know what,
next
dude?
pick based on name vibes.
I'm doing it.
Controversial.
I'm doing it. Do you want to know why? We have an IR spot. Might as well fill it. Might as well fill the IR spot. Do you want to know what's hilarious? Guess who I have in our 16-team league, Andy?
Who's that?
Mumfield. Just picked him.
Yeah.
Yes, I really did. I agree. I did pick the scummiest player you could possibly take. I did. I needed someone with IR status.
What a QB room.
My QB room?
Oh, the Browns QB room.
Oh, I mean, I'm not far off, dude. Take out my top two guys. I got Danny Dimes, Aaron Rodgers, and Deshaun Watson.
That would be a wild dinner party.
Sounds like a list of guys I take in my first year of a Madden franchise when I simulate so I can pick a rookie quarterback. That's my favorite thing to do is I do a fantasy draft. I don't draft a quarterback. I do all the scouting, the re-signing, and that. And then I do one rookie draft class and draft a QB and then play with them.
Yeah.
It's so fun. The one I'm running now, dude, I picked a quarterback at like Aaron Rodgers led me to like the Super Bowl in simulation. It was ridiculous. So I ended up with pick 31 or something. Hit on this guy, this like white quarterback, hidden 90 speed. 90 speed out of quarterback. He's now an X factor. He's like a dog.
Let's go.
Because of his speed, I switched to running the Baltimore playbook just to run some of like the QB runs and stuff. Yeah, it's pretty fun. Little QB run in the 26th, dude.
Shit, that guy was going to take him the 30th. He might be gone by. He might get auto draft before it comes back to me. Oh, never mind. I was on rookie. Throw you in the queue. Why not? We'll throw you in the queue. gonna guess after the Deshaun Watson pick, are you going Ruggs in the 27th?
I'm just going scums, dude.
Yeah.
While we're on the topic, though, do you want to know who is also on my taxi squad in the 16-team Dynasty League?
Yeah.
Henry Ruggs. Everyone hates it because technically, like, the way it works or something, like, I forget what it is. They're just like, dude, why are you still holding on to Henry Ruggs? Dude, who else am I supposed to have on my team? No one on the waiver. There's no one on the waiver wire. Like y'all are just hating.
Yeah, 16 team gets.
I mean, the top
If it's
players,
this team, that's wild.
Yeah, I mean, there's just like no one. There's like no one on anything. I mean, I guess I could take Malik Willis, but it's not super flex. It's like it's one QB with like increased scoring, but it's like 16 teams, so it's like QBs matter, but like backup QBs are like you really only would want a backup if you had the starter.
Yeah.
But it's like I'm legitimately rostering Allen Lazard and Josh Reynolds, hoping I might have the wide receiver 2 on the Jets to maybe play one time.
Yeah.
Like, that's how deep you got to make it. Although my team's low-key nasty, dude. Like, I won last year, and my team is legitimately nasty for a 16-team league. We are getting there, guys. 4 more rounds.
The final push.
Final push, dude. Little Higbee action. I'm just gonna sort by bye week. That's what I'm gonna do. It actually won't even let you. You can sort by everything but bye week, dude. If you click on bye week, it doesn't let you sort. That's ridiculous. What if I wanted to sort by bye week? What if I want to sort by passing attempts at wide receiver? Like, it doesn't have anyone projected for a passing attempt at wide receiver. That's just a lie.
Should be some
not even
point
like one. Not even like one.
Like a fraction, 0.1.
Yeah, like you can't like project someone for like a single passing attempt.
Yeah. It's like which wide receivers played quarterback in middle school?
Yeah, like dude, come on. Let's not
Hey,
lie.
man,
Like, someone's throwing
That's my guys.
Someone's throwing a pass. Kenny Pickett. You love to see it.
Maybe Big Montana.
Disley. I've never done other fantasy. I might have done basketball like a little bit. I have a couple friends, Brian, that do like baseball and they love it. To me, it's just I don't want to set my lineup every day, and I don't watch baseball. Basketball is the only one like I watch basketball, and so I'll do like prop betting, but I don't like during the playoffs. But I'm almost just like too into football that I just don't have time to do other ones. Just curious, anyone stand out as a year one contender? Okay, this will be good. Let's go through. We got 2 more rounds. I mean, Devin off the bat, we've been talking about his the whole time.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's, he traded the first away. I think, Kittle, McCaffrey, Adams, Connor, Tyreek Hill, those are all very contendery picks. I would even argue you could say Justin Fields is kind of a contender pick, because I wouldn't take Fields over some of the QBs that went after him.
I think Dirty Bird with Bijan,
The
Achane.
double RBs.
There's a lot of the teams, that went RB.
I think Noodle is interesting. Nicky Noodle is interesting because like he has Henry and Walker, Diggs, Genty obviously looks fine, but I don't know, like Loveland and Ferguson, he's so young at tight end.
Yeah.
I think Moz for sure. I don't care about the running backs. I think one of them should be fine, but we'll see. He's very slim at running back. I think he could potentially contend with Puka, Bowers, Nix, one of the rookies, and Brian Robinson, but also like, I don't know how all in he is. I think Zach. I think Zach W77. That's Zach. Actually, both Zachs. I think both Zachs could contend.
Yeah.
Gibbs and Brees.
That's a nice running back room.
Very weak at wide receiver, though.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I like Ibuka. And I like Down.
Oh, I love
Mooney.
Ibuka long term, but
I don't know what you're getting. I mean, I'm seeing a wide receiver 1 and then arguably wide receiver 3s.
Dude, Dontavian Wicks would be wide receiver 1.
And I actually think you too. I see. I agree.
Nice
That's the thing with the other thing.
2 solid RBs.
I think Ryga, that's who I was talking about. Then I started reading his message. It's the running backs that stand out to me. It's Kyron and Chase, and then the thing is like contender-wise, he's a little shallow at wide out, but it really only takes Tet or Golden to be good.
I was gonna say,
all of a sudden he has Ladd, McLaurin, and Judy, and then if Tet or McLaurin can do anything,
yeah.
And I think Frank too. I'm just looking at his team now. I think he's got a good contender team. Kyler, Dak,
Swift, Bucky,
Chase, Odunze, Jameson, Mike Evans, Jawan Jennings, like that.
Yeah.
I love Jawan Jennings as a contender.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a pretty solid contending year. I think there's going to be a lot of teams fighting for playoff spots and buys.
I mean, Devin's the favorite, but I don't know who said it earlier, but it's like a sketch favorite because all it takes is Fields to suck and CMC to not be healthy, and it gets sketch real fast.
But if they're on,
wideouts are stacked.
Scary looking team.
Neighbors, Amon-Ra, Adams, and Tyreek. That's a sick.
Yeah. Since I have his first, I'm kind of hoping something happens and I don't wind up going 12.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah, dude. I don't think your team's bad at all, Sleepy. I just honestly haven't even looked at it. All the teams are good. Your wide receivers are stacked. And then Baker, Cam Ward, Penix, Cook, Mixon. Like, dude, you could totally win. If Kyle Pitts is good. I also didn't name my own team. Or Andy's. I didn't name Andy's team either.
I would be shocked if my team had the chance this year.
Yeah. No, Sleepy, I actually kind of just overlooked your team. It's too hard to stare at the board, and I've been trying to look at like every team.
And yeah, usually I'm looking for the running backs up top.
I was looking for the running backs up top,
nice,
but
Aaron Jones,
Mixon and Jones is good value.
Yeah.
It's the tight end. You're the Pitts. It is funny. You're right. Yes. Basically, what we're trying to say is you suck, we suck. Everyone else did a great job.
But I mean, if it's going well and you feel like you need a tight end, maybe work out a little Mark Andrews deal later in the year.
In general, though, I think everyone drafted pretty well.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any teams from like, oh God, thank God I don't have their team.
No. It's good, though.
Like, everybody's solid.
Okay, I got it. 2 more picks, dude.
Which is going to make for a fun league.
Davis.
Let's go. Do I take a guy who might sign with the team or an old vet at the end of his career?
It's a good question.
This guy, medically cleared. I like the cut of this guy's jib.
Henry Ruggs.
Yeah. Bub means. One round left. Did you mean to pull up the Dredrick Nelson?
No, I spilled something, so I'm just like scrambling.
Six years ago, waived off injured reserve with an injury accepted for the Jaguars. We're so close. Devin, I would love it if you took the full 2 minutes of this pick. I think that would be the way to send it out. Sam just peaced? It's the Andy show now? Thanks, Brad Guy. Appreciate it, man. Look forward to playing against you. Give him a call real quick. He didn't just fry his computer there. Oh, okay. Just letting you know. Just seeing. Gotcha. We got a full computer restart going on. I'm taking over the show. Yeah. Sounds good. All right. See you soon, maybe. Well, congrats, guys. We made it to the end. Let's go. Braga, what do you edit? What is the edits? You're still around now the draft is over.
Okay, we are back. We are back.
Got the towel.
The fucking something like bumped my water and it just spilled like everywhere. It was just an absolute shit show.
The round 30 schwitz.
But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate it, man. 4 hours later, fun draft. The real OGs, Bry Guy, and I know some other Wolf Doctor. You guys were here till the end.
That's mad respect. Mad respect.
League. If anyone was watching that wasn't in the league at this point, good for you, man. I respect everyone. Kyle stuck around for a while. But thank you guys for tuning in. First ever Dynasty Drip draft. I think we're going to get out of here so I can clean my computer off a little more, make sure it works.
Your computer is dripping with your Dynasty team. Right
it's
now.
Dripping. Yeah, my computer's dripping, dude. Like, it literally is dripping. But it's working, so hopefully it's fine. But we will catch you guys later. Andy, thanks for joining, brother.
Thanks for having me, man.